we have our community in the top five in poverty. And why is that? It shouldn't be like that, but it is. So we truly got to look at, um, what's happening, what is truly happening, and we have to do something different if we want a different outcome. If we want a different outcome, we got to do something different. We have to do something different. All right. So my Facebook is not working. They updated it and it's not working right. But go to my boss page. Anyway, you need to go to the boss page. Then I'll share this to Facebook. So today is Making Money Monday. Check this one out, man. My man, No Good, want it all, boss with me.
The hottest bars, the fortune and fame, I want it all. A life full of hope from the. Yeah, I want it all. Yeah, I want it all. Everything. Yeah, yeah, I want it all. That mean everything. The houses and cars, the hottest bars, the fortune and fame, I want it all. A life full of hope from the lines that I wrote. Through the pursuit of happiness, man. I want it all. A sense to belong, a crown and the throne. The king going dumb, just try to put the kingdom on. There's only one thing that I know. It's a 25th aim and I'm ready to go. I want it all. In this petty game and they might go. Change my lanes in this petty game and I might blow. Residual dinero, I might get a little more. Or I can run with the Taliban, just like the Menace clan. Ramshackle through my way to get more. And I was getting recognition, instead of going on missions and ripping the frame out of everything I know existed. I ain't the only one deserving to get his ass kissed. When I live with individuals who lyrically live everything that they know they've done, just to take care of their children who sit across their rooms and listen to their parents to go try good spot for a living, wishing they could give them Rich's daughter lifestyle of rich and famous where Robert Leach is, but I ain't tripping cause it's gonna happen cause I just spoken into existence and you the witness. Listen now, who laughing? I want it all. That mean everything. The houses and cars, the hottest bars, the fortune and fame. I want it all. A life full of hope from the lines that I wrote. Through the pursuit of happiness, man. I want it all. A sense to belong, a crown and the throne. The king going dumb, just try to put the kingdom on. There's only one thing that I know. It's a 25th aim and I'm ready to go. I want it all. And the situation's critical. Step on the gas, watch how fast life come at you full blown. On my honor, the drama, so until you feel it though. And I heard it's my turn to feed the world with momentum. Had an alternator to take the nation by storm. By any form, I decided to come back and just hit them like an umbilical. I can watch the week that burn them like 10-4. In any form, I decided to just roll with the spiritual. We got the monopoly, we don't pass go, pass go. I know youngsters who pop and go with 44s. And they ain't even reached 14 years old. No, for life is rolling around on rack and strolling on death row. It's the part of the game the book don't teach us though. But they said we could be taught though. But if I remember correctly, the oldest anatomy of humanity scholars we found was Hebrew and minus wrong. Yep, I want it all. That mean everything. The houses and cars, the hottest bars, the fortune and fame. I want it all. A life full of hope from the lines that I wrote. Through the pursuit of happiness, man. I want it all. A sense to belong, a crown and the throne. The king going dumb, just try to put the kingdom on. There's only one thing that I know. It's a 25th aim and I'm ready to go. I want it all. That mean everything. The houses and cars, the hottest bars, the fortune and fame. I want it all. A life full of hope from the lines that I wrote. Through the pursuit of happiness, man. I want it all. A sense to belong, a crown and the throne. The king going dumb, just try to put the kingdom on. There's only one thing that I know. It's a 25th aim and I'm ready to go. I want it all. just to get by. This ain't playing, gotta get by. Doing my grind, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by, I'ma get by. Nowadays rolling too deep. Me and my partners be coolin', grinding to get it and stack it or rack it or split it up. That's what we doin'. Get to be asking what's up. I'm trying to stay out the way. Head on the swivel, I'm watching the walkers that push on your soul every day. I'm dope. I'm so organic. We pushing product. What? We set the standards. Every day you gotta elevate. Always be pushing to get more. Always be listening to intuition. I promise to God you'll get more. It's an everyday struggle just to get by. This ain't playing, gotta get by. Doing my grind, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by, I'ma get by. Breaking the mold, man, I'm different from most. Pops had a hold on my head, bro. Soaking the game up until I came up to a time when I needed to flip mode. Niggas be asking what's up. I'm trying to stay out the way. Swinging and switching lanes with the thing. I promise my mama I'll change, but I'm dope. Hey, I'm so fantastic. Hey, you see the drip, where you can have it. Hey, hey. If you really want to get up and get it, my nigga, there ain't no excuses. Look at your life, and if you ain't satisfied, trying to change up, tuck the deuces. It's an everyday struggle just to get by. This ain't playing, gotta get by. Doing my grind, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by, I'ma get by.
We'll keep it rolling, y'all. This is my man Jay Keys. Shouts out to my brother Small Town Bacon. Can I get to know you? Boss with me.
This is Fresh.
Come on, Saudi, let's have some fun. We only live once. Relax and enjoy life while we both still young. You should be out here. He wants you boxed up. Wanna control you. Treat you like you locked up. Mama didn't raise you dumb. Mama didn't raise a bum. You better than that, you smarter than that. You can find real love, someone that's gonna have your back, someone who adores you, who don't ignore you, who reassures you, do anything for you. Someone who gon' put you first, someone who respect your word, someone who gon' put in work, be there when your feelings hurt. You need someone who supports you, someone who can show you everything you can grow to. Not trying to control you, not trying to hold you back, trying to see you slack, who wanna see you win, who really got your back. Can I get to know you? Can I get to know you? What will it take to know you? I'll do anything for you. So girl, what you wanna do? I ain't trying to make you choose. I just wanna see you win. I don't wanna see you lose. Cause you got potential and meet the credentials. He wanna play games and mess with your mental. I know that you're tired of cheaters and liars. You need you a rider, a real provider, someone that respects you, never neglects you, be there to protect you, to hold and caress you. Someone who adores you, who don't ignore you, who reassures you, do anything for you. you. Someone who gon' put you first, someone who respects your work, someone who gon' put in work, be there when your feelings hurt. You need someone who support you, someone who can show you everything you can grow to. Not trying to control you, not trying to hold you back, trying to see you slack. Who wanna see you win? Who really got your back? So can I get to know you? Can I get to know you? What will it take to know you? I'll do anything for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I only think of you on 2 occasions. Fast day. And I was always thinking about you. Yeah. I was always thinking about you. I was always thinking about you. Yeah, yeah. I was always thinking about you. I was always thinking about you. You've been cheating on me. I've been cheating on you. You fussing with me. I've been fighting with you. So what we gon' do? What we gon' do? You've been cheating on me, I've been cheating on you. Fussing with me, I've been fighting with you. So what we gon' do? What we gon' do?
What we gon' do, girl?
Whoa.
We've been fussing and fighting a lot lately, but I don't wanna go down that route, baby. I wanna go back to the days where we were just happy. No more drama, no more games, no more fighting about little things. And I just want you to see my love for you is true, B. I don't even understand how to explain the fact that you're always on my mind, but I know my heart's only with you at this time. And I just want you to understand what's really going on. You're pushing me away, and you pushed me into her arms. I never wanted to do the dirt. I never wanted to hurt you. I wanted to give you everything in this world, boo. But you need to understand that this is the truth. The truth is, baby, I truly love you, girl.
You've been cheating on me. I've been cheating on you. You fussing with me. I've been fighting with you. So what we gon' do? What we gon' do? You've been cheating on me. I've been cheating on you. Fussing with me. I've been fighting with you. So what we gon' do? What we gon' do?
You're screaming at me. I'm yelling back at you. I'm telling you I'm tired of all your games too. Because you slept around with another man. The man that you told me I had nothing to worry about. In fact, now I'm just trying to give you what you want and give you what you need. But you wanna stand back and play all these games, baby. So I don't even understand what's really going through your head at this time. But you need to let me know if you want me in your life. You need to understand what's going through my head. Why you gotta play all these games? Damn, it's like you left me dead. Dead in the road, dead in the street. Cause you took my heart out of my chest. Fussing and fighting with me.
You been cheating on me. I've been cheating on you. You fussing with me. I've been fighting with you. So what we gon' do? What we gon' do? You been cheating on me, I've been cheating on you. Fussing with me, I've been fighting with you. What we gon' do? What we gon' do?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Only you can make me happy. Speed out, read out on the hip happy. Hit you up every day on the hour. Late night, early morning, got me in the shower. Dripping wet oceans with your touch. Can't nothing that I ask you be too much. Ain't no such thing that you can't do. And I'll give everything in the world just to be with you. Taking trips to the malls, buying gold rings, gold chains. Hops in the caddy, chocolate brown and the things. I know that you the one for me. Cause when I close my eyes, your face is all I see. It may appear to be a dream the most, but reality to me. And I know you'll keep me rich. The finest things, fancy outtakes, and romantic scenes. You keep my pockets full of them rings. You got me on cloud nine. Magazine. Baby, only you.
So happy. So happy. Only you can make me happy. So happy.
I can make you sweat, taking places you ain't been yet. Trips overseas, 50 G's with the Japanese. You my main squeeze, best believe you my boo. Only you can make me feel the way you make me do. Cartier for two, diamonds still around the neck. Joint credit card, put my name on the checks. Keys to the legs, you can drive when you wanna. Hollywood sex, making love in the sauna. You know my persona, taking walks in the park. Candlelight dinners, read doors from the heart. I see the park, treat my baby like a queen. And only you can make me happy, let me hear you sing.
So happy. Only you can make me happy. So happy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Only you can make me happy, baby. Only you can make me happy. Only you can make me happy, baby, baby. Oh, the things you do to me, so very, very happy.
What's going on? 1, 2, check. Make sure everything operating. Miss Slow Motion is a long weekend this weekend. I want to thank God for a blessful weekend. Yes, without a doubt, it was a blessful weekend. Everyone that came in out of town made it back safely. Check, make sure all the mics are working. I've been trying to get this camera working right and all this logistics, so bear with me. It's been a beautiful weekend. Hopefully you guys had a beautiful weekend. Congratulations to those that deserve congratulations, condolence for those that have lost anyone or going through anything. Well, appreciate y'all without a doubt. Again, today is Making Money Monday. No, we're not talking about the actual dollar. We're talking about collaboration, bartering, partnering, you know, behaving in that manner, that will create revenue. Working together. That creates revenue. And so we practice we practice it here. And so I wanted to 725. I want to make sure that you guys are aware that you can, put forth ideals, for this $336 million. You can participate, bring forth your ideals to get funding. They're looking for all ideals, and so it's called the Economic Recovery Act. They had public meetings last week. You have until October 9th to present your ideals. To the committee. It's called the Omaha Economic Recovery Act Coordination Plan. And you can submit your proposal. Right there, it has all the materials that you need, just in case you miss the public meetings. They have the meetings. I'm gonna click on one. I'm online right now. And again, you can go to omahaeconomicrecovery.com, omahaeconomicrecovery.com. They have the maps on there where it has the census tracts. So everything that's in blue, that's North Omaha, or light blue, or where you want to call it. In purple, it's South Omaha, and in West Omaha also. A couple of areas in West Omaha, there's purple also, or bluish green. Well, it might be turquoise. I don't know. Let's go with turquoise. They give me a hard word to. Y'all know I used to stutter. They give me that word, turquoise. So the mapping is on. It's on the website, so you can determine what areas that they're going to be actually funding. I don't know. Someone tried to call me. I missed a couple phone calls. Chicago's in the house. So the information on there as far as engagement processes, they actually have a tab for the Economic Recovery Act bill, so you can see where the monies have came from in order to allocate it to the community. Again, $335 million. 250 million of that is coming from ARPA funds. 55 million is coming from cash reserve funds, and 30 million is coming from the general fund. And again, it's from legislation LB 1024. And if you're a young person going to school right now, on the bus, you're a senior or something like that, junior, whatever, you're in high school, or even if you're in junior high, you guys need to listen to this, because if you don't have someone to guide you, because there's no age limit. I think you had to be 18 or something. There's no age limit on this monies. I don't see no age limit. They're looking for business ideals. So we're not going to limit to adults. We're not going to let adults misguide you in any way by not providing guidance. And so this is an opportunity for young people also, since y'all are internet savvy, or if you have a parent or a brother and sister that you know that's in business, this is where you help your family members out. So if you can't utilize this opportunity, pass the opportunity to someone else. Everybody is not business people or business persons or businessmen or women. Some of us are workers, and that's fine to be workers also. But you need people to develop businesses. Small businesses create the most jobs. Just got back from Washington, D.C. a couple months ago lobbying. Went to the United States Black Chamber of Commerce conference, and there's over 2 million black businesses across America. Across America. And the statistics are that there's about 2 million, a little bit over 2 million blacks that are unemployed. And so if those 2 million black businesses were able to hire one person, then the unemployment rate for black people across America will be over. And so we gotta support our businesses. We can't rob our businesses. We can't rob our businesses where they leave the community. They're providing jobs for our nieces and nephews, cousins, and then we got buns going there and robbing them, creating trauma in their life because they decided not to go to school, finish their education. They decided to go left versus right. I'm talking to my brothers in Suffolk County and Douglas County and East Omaha in the prisons over there. I'm a former probation officer, but I'm also from this hood. I'm from Hilltop Projects. Without a doubt, baby. 30, 30th and late, 2417 North 30th Ave. So today is Making Money Monday. And we're talking about $335 million of dollars that are coming. They're coming to this community. And are you ready to receive these dollars? You got your plan ready. And even if you don't have your plan ready, let me go to this how bad these brothers are. Hold on a second. Let me read the first. Let me see. I was reading something. Where is it at? Okay. Again, make sure you go to OmahaEconomicRecovery.com. I'm gonna put it in the chat if you're online. Okay, let me see. Again, go to OmahaEconomicRecovery.com. You can see the criteria for the money. You can see the history of how the dollars were allocated. And also there's a button to submit your proposal. Now, some people have proposals already done. I'm just gonna give you a synopsis because I've been at these meetings. Everybody's is in different stages of manifesting their ideals. Some of us already have business plan, financials, everything that's necessary to put forth a proposal. But there's some that just have an idea that haven't put it to paper yet. But they still want you to go online. They still want you to go online and and submit your proposal. Everything is done online. So when I'm gonna kind of walk you guys through it, you can hit submit button. It still say submit your proposal. You have until October 9th, 11:59 p.m. You can preview the grant. It'll give you all the instructions. So the preview is they'll give you all the questions before you actually have to submit your grant. So you can write out your answers and then you can cut and paste, copy and paste. There's a green submit button. Before you begin, they'll have all the and again, the grant is downloadable. The grant is downloadable, so you can practice or you can make sure you have the answer to every questions before you actually submit the application. The application, you had to fill it all out at one time and then submit. If it does not save, it does not save. Okay, so that's why they're giving you. This is what the application look like if you're online. It's very, very simple. If you're online, I know sometimes those cameras. So again, you go to OmahaEconomicRecovery.com, and there's probably about 15 questions on here. Maybe about 15 questions, and then you can submit your grant or your proposal. Some are just check marks. Some is where you have to submit documents. If you have documents like engineering, architecture, because with this money you can. Now I had to get more information as far as nonprofit, but nonprofits also can bid for this money. Nonprofits as well as for-profits. As long as it's creating jobs. There's money for infrastructure, but there's also money for programs. So purpose type you can use for capital projects. Usually capital projects are something that you're building or redeveloping. They got service / programs. And so if you got a service, provide a service, and you want to enhance that service and it's going to create jobs, put in a proposal. If you have a program and you want to expand your program and it's going to create jobs, submit your proposal. Also, there's a combination. There's a combination of capital, projects, service, and projects. Excuse me, service and programs. And so, if you're like ourselves, our radio station, of course, we want to build our capacity. I've been doing all the work for 7 years. You see me here producing. I'm putting on the camera, doing the live stream on social media, doing the audio, so the audio can go to the people in the cars. So I need someone to help here to help produce. You know what I mean? So not doing it all. And so we're gonna make sure that we put in a capital because we want to build something. We want to build our own building. Why not? Why not? And so if you have those same dreams, you could do the same thing. You just have to put in your proposal. This is a time of a lifetime. We can't blame no one. We can't blame no one. We can't blame no one. And if we're not prepared, the senators, the committee says, still submit your ideas, even though you don't have the architectural drafts and the engineering studies and all this stuff that's necessary to complete your dream. But you can get that during the process before they approve it through the unicameral. And so the timeline basically is the deadline is October 9th to submit your proposal, but it still had to go through the legislation, still had to go through the unicameral for final approval. But the process is when you submit your proposal, Olson, who was hired by the unicameral to vet, ideals that's going to be coming before the committee. The committee will make a decision on what ideas are going to best improve the community and meet the community needs. After that process, after it come out of the committee, it'll go to the full body of the unicameral, and then the full body of the unicameral will vote on these initiatives to make sure that they give the funding that's necessary. It's still a governmental process. And so right now, this is a great time to learn civics. And young people, we need young people to get in politics. Politics run everything. They run everything. And that's why I say, politicians are top crooks. Don't get mad at me. Look at the criminal records. So don't get mad at me. I'm a probation officer. I'm pro police. I'm pro law enforcement. Without a doubt, we got some crazy people around here. People that take advantage and they victimize people and break in people's houses and rape old women. That's what they do around here, all around this community. They abuse women and children all around this community, this whole community. And so the best way to stop it has been proven that when you bring economics, when you prove the economic conditions of a community, you have less crime. We want to change the economic conditions of our community. It's us as men and women to make sure that we develop conduits of opportunities for the next generation. We here at the Boss, oh yeah, without a doubt, we work for God. And we boss our destiny. We ain't no followers over here. I don't worry about getting paid by man. Man only can pay you once. God pay you 10. Who do you think I'm going to work with? It's very elementary. So the process is, I'm going to go through the application just in case you drive at me. It's a very simple application. Of course, they ask you the name, address, website, social media accounts for your business, contact for your business, as far as phone numbers, emails, and then also they want an organizational chart, and that's basically is the people that work for your organization, and that could be your board if you're a nonprofit, or some boards are for profit. So your hierarchy of your for-profit could be your president, HR, VP, et cetera, et cetera. They have a question on here. Next question is, have you completed any projects or any accomplishments? And so any awards, I would go here. If you're a builder, what have you built, for example? If you're into social service, what programs have you facilitated to graduate these many individuals out of your program, for example? They want a proposal title. They want next is a total budget that you're asking for. I was at several meetings, and they want projects in the $1 million range. They want projects in the $1 million range. Then they got LB 1024 grant funding request. So Olson is basically the main contact for any question or any questions that you have in regards to the proposal. That's why I say you need to work on it now. Be proactive now. So right now, I'm cutting off the world because there's potential of millions of dollars on the table. I don't know if y'all hear me now. There's there's $335 million on the table, and I heard it's going to be maybe 100 more million once the unicameral gets back in session. Nebraska has a surplus, I think, about $1.6 billion. Give some to the poor of this community. Give some to the farmers that have been struggling because of this pandemic. Give something to the people of Nebraska. It's only 2 million of us. So today is Making Money Monday. We have to be purposeful on making money. We can't focus on the past. We can't take the benefits from the past. No, we got to determine our future now. This is only happening in Omaha. This is not happening in anywhere else in America where we have the potential to control our own destiny. But it's all mindset, so we can start cycling dollars just like our brothers in the Jewish community. So the proposal, the next question is, then we'll give a brief proposal summary. That's about 350 words or less. That's going to be the longest question that you're going to answer on this proposal. Now, timeline, how long it's going to take before you get your proposal done? These proposals your ideals have to be done by July 2025. Next question, funding goals. So is it going to be transformative? Is it going to be is it going to create fundamental change? Or is it going to cause long-lasting economic growth? So they have three areas of where the funding goals are targeted based off the data that they receive from the community. Now, transformable means the proposal will help energize, recharge, or spur significant and favorable advancement in North and South Omaha. Fundamental change, the proposal will continue to elevate North and South Omaha presence, perception within the region, significantly improving the lives of area residents through physical development. So that's fundamental change. Or are the dollars that you're going to be asking for, are they going to have long-lasting economic change? And the proposal will foster gainful employment opportunities and financial investment in the area, leading in the creation of generational wealth and widespread economic vitality in North and South Omaha. These are the three areas where they're going to be looking to fund. And if your services, your program, or your projects meeting that criteria. Next is community needs. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then have others. So they got basically 5 areas of community needs where, again, they got this information from the community. One area is sustainable community, create or enhance housing services, education, civic use, recreation, etc. So if you have ideal in that area, you can put forth a proposal. Multi-modeled transportation. And so if you got a transportation idea, enable connectivity through driving, biking, taking transit, walking, or rolling. Okay. Other infrastructures, development or improving broadband, business, districts, roadways, sewers, etc. Quality of life is another area where they're going to be funding. Create or enhance natural space, mixed uses, parks, safety, etc. Also, policy, develop or improve context sensitive education, finance, health, training, zoning, etc. And then they have other. And so that's whatever ideas that you have to present your proposal. Next is the proposal narrative, a proposal description, and a need analysis. So basically describe the proposal, how it specifically addresses the identified community needs above. And so whatever you're proposing has to address one of the needs above, which is outlined in community needs. Again, visiting workshops, finding alignment. Basically, again, you're describing gaps in the community needs. Again, that's addressing the proposal. Priority alignments, economic impact, how many jobs it's going to create, how many temporary construction jobs it's going to create, what are proposed job wage levels of those jobs that you can create. Does it align? Describe how might align proposed jobs provide immediate, ongoing opportunities for business and contractors in the qualified census tract. So you got, I guess you have to indicate some longevity of those jobs. Are they temporary? Are they permanent? What are the community benefits? That's the next question. Best practices and innovation, other measurements. So are you in a partnership? Is this partnership going to displace any other business, or is it going to displace any other homes? Your ideal. Do you have a physical location? If you don't, then you can, of course, provide that information later. Also, see how I gotta do everything. Also, if your ideals are located adjacent or within or neither in a qualified census tract. It also goes through zoning, design, and contracting. So if you're building something, you're gonna have to provide that information. Just basic information. It goes through if you need some zoning, if you need utilities requirements, design, and they're asking if you have that stuff completed or not, or you're in the process of completion. Excuse me. If you have a general contractor, they want to know all that information, and then they go into financials, and they're basing the financials off of the rationale of the monies that you're asking for. I think my guest is coming. It's here. I'll be right back. Boss with me. Right now.
The decisions that you're making, it might cost you your life. Y'all be on that rap talk, I'm only talking real life. Third eye finally open, illuminated my insides. Brighter than the sun, right? My mind is where the sun lives. About my body, I'm speaking higher than blue.
My family think I'm losing it. Drugs, they think I'm using them. I'm making moves so accurately, dog. I think I'm losing them. I woke up by myself, no alarm. Y'all hitting snooze again. Fantasy folks is living it, created by the Jewish man. Me, I'm living free as I wanna be. It's my birthright. No more turning a blind eye. Breaking free from the tail eye. Vision is my mission to pass on to all the future me's. No gangbangers or wannabe. Only kings and real queens. I'm put out the matrix, no hatred. It's called us Morpheus. Niggas is on that angel. There's nose playing and pussy love. Men turn into women and women manifested my own reality. Can't let them get the best of me. So I published a recipe for freedom. If you need it, receive it, then go repeat it. Government agents hate it. The kings can't be defeated. No matter how you kill us, steal us, deal us, or drill us, you never tried to fill us. You shooting because you fear us. There's no other reason for hating my skin. We the chosen ones created on this earth just to win. But we losing because we choosing to live our life full of sin. But the awakening is coming and we rising again. I said the awakening is coming and we rising again. Yeah, the awakening is coming and we rising again.
And the sin that we live in is simply ignorant. We better than that. Let's go. The decisions that you making, it might cost you your life.
Oh yeah, you know the snow is coming. Y'all know the snow coming on. We're gonna ask God for some sun today, y'all. Then our guests come down. We're getting everything set up, y'all. We'll be right back.
Special in many
Boss.
ways with the feeling you giving. I can feel it all in my spirit. Got me wrapped up, must be gifted. I'm being honest, baby. I ain't gassing you like an engine. And anytime you talk to me, I truly actively listen. That's different. I wanna take my time, wanna build up this friendship, and baby, I won't put you on ice and leave you slipping. They say that time is money, but it actually isn't. But if I could turn seconds to currency, I'd happily spend it. And look, I need you to hear me out. Just reflecting on the efforts that it took to clear my doubts. I respect you, I respect it. It's not giving front of frown. What's a track? Gotta keep intact. Wanna love you now, but I swear to be patient with this. No position, but listen, I don't mind waiting for this. You give me feelings of the first snow fall in the winter, cause love you cold with it. And a wonderful sight to witness. Now can we? Cause I wanna be with you, right now. Cause I wanna be with you. Oh yes. I feel like I prayed for you. God knew the rate of my interest, so he was saving you. The angle that you took the shot, the reason I will bank on you, and you can be my snowman. I'll be your snow angel, too cold, too fly. I want you to be with me, someone that's gonna keep it real and don't always agree with me. If the Lord leads you, what if I don't mind you leading me? Value what I'm teaching, you be patient when you teach me. Yeah, I want you to let all the problems fade away, just like Kobe with the step back. No, I want you to rest, like whatever's left, Don't want you to stress, baby. Wait, and tell me how I feel to you. Have you ever had someone to keep it real with you? It's different when you have people who wasn't really here for you, and someone come along to redeem all the things they did to you.
They're gonna call it Lost Omaha. Oh yeah, they gonna call it Las Vegas no more. Lost Omaha. My man Terrence Carver, man, too. Shouts out to the man, you know I'm from the city. Blood, sweat, and tears, y'all. You know how we do it, man. We actually give love to our neighbors. We got about it. Y'all talk about it. Today is Making Money Monday. Oh yeah, we're gonna give love to our community today. Oh yeah, we got a very special guest. She got some knowledge for y'all. But until then, too, talk to him. Boss with me, y'all.
My city, my town, my hood, my grounds that I stepped on and I walked on. I pitched on and I hung around. My blood, my tears that I shed through the years for my homies, my peers, my beef and my fears. This is my city, my city, my city, my city. My city, my town, my hood, my grounds that I stepped on and I walked on, pitched on and I hung around. My blood, my tears that I shed through the years for my homies, my peers, my beef and my fears. This is my city.
Hometown of Omaha. Hometown of Omaha. Hometown of Omaha. Hometown of Omaha. Town of Omaha. Hometown of Omaha. Hometown of Omaha.
Make me feel great, being that this is all I ever asked for coming up as a professional.
My city, my town, my hood, my grounds that I stepped on and I walked on, pitched on and I hung around. My blood, my tears that I shed through the years for my homies, my peers, my beef and my fears. This is my city, my city, my city, my city. My city, my town, my hood, my grounds that I stepped on and I walked on, pitched on and I hung around. My blood, my tears that I shed through the years for my homies, my peers, my beef and my fears. This is my city.
Champion of the world.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Champion of the world. 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 Champion of the world.
My city, my town, my hood, my grounds that I stepped on and I walked on, pitched on and I hung around. My blood, my tears that I shed through the years for my homies, my peers, my beef and my fears. This is my city, my city, my city, my city. My city, my town, my hood, my grounds that I stepped on and I walked on, pitched on and I hung around. My blood, my tears that I shed through the years for my homies, my peers, my beef and my fears. This is my city. My city, my town, my hood, my grounds that I stepped on and I walked on, pitched on and I hung around. My blood, my tears that I shed through the years for my homies, my peers, my beef and my fears. This is my city, my city, my city, my city. My city, my town, my hood, my grounds that I stepped on and I walked on, pitched on and I hung around. My blood, my tears that I shed through the years for my homies, my peers, my beef and my fears. This is my city.
All right, Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. That's my man Toot. Tribute to the city. My man Terrence Crawford, B&B Boxing Academy. Shouts out to my nephew over there, Reno Busby. Oh yeah, without a doubt. We do this over here. We ain't afraid to go toe to toe. You know, I'm kind of dark. I need to turn some light on. I'm real dark right now. We got our guests in the house, though. We got guests in the house. I'm introduce her to them, get these lights and stuff right. You know how these stars are, Omaha. You know how these stars are. They got their own noun, verbs, adjectives, prepositional phrases. Oh, yes, some predicates to introduce themselves. And she's in that game too, in that business, not a game. We'll watch a game this weekend. She's in that business, and everybody's talking about books.
Yeah.
And it's a great season for books, and so we got another author to my right, and man, we got some writers in this community. Man, we got some writers. It's been a renaissance. Oh yeah, let me use the old term, a renaissance in writing, far as just those that are manifesting their God-given talents. And this young lady to my right is doing the same thing, but also she's developing a platform where she can help you. Oh yeah, without a doubt, she's developing a conduit of opportunity not only for herself, but for you. And she has a very unique event that's coming up. So you got to be in the building. you got to be in there willing to take advantage of it. So I'm gonna let her introduce herself. I'm gonna get these lights together so y'all can see my darkness. I'm gonna let her introduce herself and we'll get right into the dialogue. So how you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for having me, Mr. King. I appreciate that. I'm Tilly Porter, and I am the owner of Diamond One Book Advisory Services. And one of the things that Laura put on my heart to create was I wanted to help other people become an author because me writing my first book, it was very, very difficult. And I just said, I would not want nobody else to have to go through these struggles that I had to go through just to put their story out there, because us telling our story, it can really help somebody else. And a lot of times we have a lot of difficulty just getting to that process. So that is the reason why I created Diamond One Book Advisory Services, where I help people become authors. So what I do is I help them from start to finish. I help them with editing, proofreading, line editing. I help you get your copyrights, registry review. I will critique your paper, type up your manuscripts, and I also connect you to the publishing company that I use out of South Carolina. That's one of the main um, things that I offer with my business. And there's another one that I also offer is outsourcing to the individual, the small business owner, or the entrepreneur, which is I help with office organization, courier service, office subby. I help host events, which I had a few clients that I helped over the summer with their events. And it was amazing. So that's a bit about what Diamond One does. My ribbon cutting is coming up on this Wednesday, September 28th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And the Midlands African Chamber is going to be hosting this ribbon cutting. So I'm super excited about that. I'm very excited about that. It's going to be September 28th on this Wednesday, and it's from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's going to be at 1941 South 42nd Street, Suite 416T. T as in time.
Now, is this a free event?
It is. It is a free event. There will be a light dinner served with a lots of desserts. Fall time is absolutely my favorite season, so I really want this to be I want it to be as special as how I feel about this season that's here. So yes, it is a free event.
Okay. Well, now
everyone is welcome to come if you like.
Now we're talking about this Wednesday. We're not talking about next Wednesday. So we'll make sure we get these days right, y'all. I know y'all on your own calendar since everybody work at home, y'all. Y'all forgetting about time.
Yes.
So this Wednesday, and it's in South Omaha. So that's is that at the Center Mall?
Yes, it's at the Center Mall. Yes, it's on the 4th floor. So you'll park on the 3rd, and you'll park on the 3rd floor. You'll go to the west side of the building, go up the stairs, and it's right to your right on the 4th floor.
So you can't miss it. The Center Mall, right on 42nd and Center, and just go up on the 3rd floor, parking.
I love to meet you.
And it'd be a good time to to manifest your own ideals, your own vision, your own book. Yes. So to tell us how a little bit about you, where you come from, even how you even got into this track of even writing your own book. Tell us where you can get your current book at. What's the name of it? And are you working on any other future projects?
Okay. I was born and raised in North Omaha. I absolutely love my city. It's what made me. It's my blood, sweat, and tears. The Lord took me through a lot of things, and that was one of the reasons why He put it on my heart to write my first memoir, which has been very successful. It is called Honest Whole, Honesty Over Everything. It's a memoir about my life from age 9 to 23. You can purchase my book. It's sold internationally. It's on Walmart.com, Target.com, Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Kindle, Apple, you name it. It is on that platform. It has 5 stars on Amazon, wonderful reviews. It has been helping save people's lives. I just get so much good feedback. I thank God for that. that one of the reasons why I wrote was because of the tumultuous time that I had went through in my life, and it details, and it's raw, it's real, and it's uncut, but it details a lot of things that I went through, a lot of situations that I was in, dealing with certain situations. So you guys, if you want to purchase that book, that is where you can get it on all different platforms: Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Apple, and Kindle as well. One of the things that was one of the main things that allowed me to move on and want to help people, because creating that book and everything that I had to go through to make it, I didn't have anybody to help me get this book and find out information on how to do what's what, and I just did not want anybody else to have to go through that, and that's why I created Diamond One.
So what's next for you? Movie? Turn into a movie?
Oh gosh, what's next for me? Okay, so I don't want to put too much information out there, but I have this major project on the side. We already spoke with our lawyers. It's a surprise for the city of Omaha. So I can't tell just yet, but it's a major project. I'm super excited about it. It's gonna show a lot of different things that I'm doing on a daily basis. So that's one major project that I'm working on. Another one is I had gotten opportunity to do some business internationally, which I'm excited about. And that'll also allow me to help in different countries, that give them resources that we have here in America that they don't have in other countries. So that is my other major project that I'm working on, and I'm super excited about that. I'm all over that thing.
So again, this Wednesday, make sure, is there a dress code? We gotta look nice.
Oh, please. Yes. When you come, okay, business casual, or you can dress chic. So yes, business casual or chic.
Okay, whatever chic is, y'all. I mean, she going back to the 70s.
Chic is like if you want to wear a nice blazer with a pair of creased jeans and some high heels, or for the fellas, you wear your pointed toe shoes with some jeans and a nice blazer with a tie, to where if you don't want to be too business, you can have some chicness in it. Okay. Yeah, there we go.
Chic, you will meet your peak. You'll meet your peak without a doubt. So again, come out again this Wednesday. It's going to be at the Center Mall.
Yes.
1941 South 42nd Street.
Yes.
It's around the corner of 42nd and Center. You cannot miss it. Go to the 4th floor. You can park on the 3rd floor, but they got parking on all levels.
Yes.
Just walk in and come up. Yes. It's in Suite 416. And come out from 5 to 8. They're gonna have some light hors d'oeuvres and stuff. Bring your own though. Bring your own.
Yes. And I just want to say one thing about Center Mall. They are doing some amazing renovations inside of there. There are so many businesses there, and they're getting more and more every day. That place is going to be like a small Mecca again, like it used to be. I could see that in the next 5 years, 2 to 5 years, but they are doing some amazing things in the Center Mall. So if anybody's looking for office space at a reasonable rate, you might want to check out the Center Mall, because they're very reasonable.
Okay.
Especially for the working person who still works and want to have their own office. It really does help you. It helps you to where you're able to afford it. It's affordable. So
okay. And she is accepting gift cards, accepted as gifts. She's taking donations, I think.
Yes, I am taking donations, and we're also going to have a raffle where you can win a gift card. We have a raffle going on to where you can win the gift cards, and you can win a basket from another business owner that is also donating some things that she has from her business for the raffle. Yes, absolutely. So it's going to be a lot of different activities going on that day, because I'm also celebrating my birthday that day. So it's like an all-in-one.
Okay.
Right. That's what that's for.
Okay. So the gift card is actually for a birthday.
Yeah, it's for my birthday. It's not for the,
Okay. So you cash out for, this new generation, if for that cash apps and stuff. I wish we had better marketing and promotions for our business and for our birthday also. But come out, ribbon cutting. I love the design. It's in season of jack-o'-lanterns and all that stuff.
Autumn. That's
Yeah.
it's my fall time. I'm cheesy about it, ladies and gentlemen. It's my favorite time of the year. Absolutely my favorite time of the year. So my whole theme is fall time, autumn time. Yes.
Without doubt. And I don't know if you need to go to Connecticut. Oh man, it's so beautiful right now in Connecticut. Driving down to New York City, I've taken that drive. Shouts out to Waterbury, Connecticut. See, you know I'm about it. I'm all over this country. Shouts out to Massachusetts. I mean, all that area up there, all the trees,
Leaves. They
and
got the
leaves.
orange leaves. Already
crazy.
know. I know it's
crazy,
beautiful.
crazy colors. Crazy colors.
You should have took pictures.
Man, God. Oh man,
he does some amazing things,
I
doesn't he?
Yeah. God love color. I don't know what's wrong with y'all folks. Well, I don't know why y'all don't like all the colors of people. God love all colors. That's why he made all these colors.
Yes.
It's so beautiful. I love fall too. I don't like wintertime all the time. Unless I'm in South.
Me neither.
I like the winter when I'm down south.
Why is it? It's mild though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's mild.
I like winter.
I'm not a winter person. Fall time, just the fall. Now that cutoff point is not my business.
Right.
I don't like it.
But again, so before it gets too icy and all that, it'd be a great time to fellowship. If you had a dream to get your thoughts on paper, then this is an opportunity also. We had Martine and brother Allen in here the other day, and brother Allen gave some great advice on a roadblock why people don't write their books, and because this I don't have time to write. And Sir Chambers used to do this all the time during the show. He's record everything, and so all you gotta do, we got these recording devices on our phone. So just make a memo that's something that you remember part of your book. Just record it orally. Just orally.
That's a very good idea.
And then have somebody transcribe it later. And then that way you have to worry about typing. I flunked typing. I admit it. It's the only class I ever flunked in high school. Shouts out to Mr. Donaldson for flunking me, but that's all right. It inspired me.
We know you're overachiever, William. We all know it.
So I could talk in this thing though. But for those that have a roadblock that I can't type or I don't have time, you can just create an audio journal similar to what people do with diaries. Just an audio journal, and you can transcribe that to a book later. That's one of his advices to get over that initial roadblock of writing a book. And Alan works with everyone in the writing community as well as Martine.
They're both very supportive, just like you are. You are like all three of y'all are like the trio, very, very supportive for our community. Y'all really are sincere and y'all care. Y'all really care, about the people y'all deal with. So that's important. A lot of people don't have that, So I'm very appreciative. And anybody like he was saying, to piggyback off of what Alan does, that is a big thing in writing, and I see that a lot. And you can take that little thing from writing and apply that to your life too. Every little bit counts. I used to keep my notebook with me everywhere I went. Even when I was in the kitchen cooking, I wrote. When a thought came to my mind, I grabbed it, I wrote, or I put a note in my phone. When my daughter was in the bed at night, my writing hours was literally from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. That's when the world was sleeping. That's when I was up writing just to get it done. I had an assignment by God, and if you say do it, you do it. And I got it done. And you can apply that to your everyday life too. No matter what you're trying to accomplish in life, never give up. Never give up. Like that is not an option at all. Keep on going and you try to use your time wisely.
Without doubt. No one loves you more than you. And it's true. If you seek, you shall find. And I know for a fact that I tested it. I tested this theology term that if you take one step, God must take two steps.
Yes.
And so I've tested that. I put that in my lab. So I've been taking one step every day towards my dreams, and God has taken his or her two steps. I'm gonna give some to the ladies. And then sometimes God already show up and got the work done. I said, "Oh God, I gotta catch up with you, God."
He ain't no joke.
All right, so even God be challenging me sometimes. I said, "All right, God, okay, all right."
He does things like that. He really does. Yes, it's like, oh my God, I gotta keep up with. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute.
You try to get in front of me.
Yes.
Out the bench when I need you. So, but for real, so I'm walking this walk, and I know it has manifested things from the abstract to the concrete. And I tell everyone, my mama taught me about God. The Million Man March was the first time I actually felt God, and now I gotta see God. The only way to do that, you gotta work on God skills. And so I've been working on my telepathy skills. You know what I mean? All those godly skills, but I've been working on manifesting things from the abstract that you can't see and manifesting to the concrete. And so that's what this event is going to do. It's creating a conduit of opportunity for those that didn't have that conduit.
Absolutely.
That conduit is right here in this community. And for those inspiring writers, this is an opportunity where you can meet other writers that have been on your journey, so you can listen to those mistakes that they've taken,
Yes.
and so that you don't have to follow those same mistakes. You can go a more smoother world by just partnering with Diamond One Solutions. Is that Diamond One?
Diamond One Book Advisory Services.
Yes.
Yes.
So why reinvent the wheel when someone has already done it? I had a coach on every level because they had experience. So why go to someone that don't have the experience, that haven't took that journey? So make sure you come out this Wednesday. They're gonna have some food, some light hors d'oeuvres, some
Lots of
spirits.
desserts.
Bring
and
your
some
own
spirits. Yes.
Bring your own spirits.
We're gonna have a champagne toast as well.
Oh yeah, it's
yes.
your birthday. Yeah.
Yes, my
BYOB. Bring your own beverage. Also, it's Tilly's birthday. We want to show some appreciation because she is a mother also. But also, she's trying to create a legacy for her young lady. And the only way to do it is to make sure that we support each other. And she's a business lady, and with all this money coming down, we got to make sure that we help business women and business men out so they can hire more of our nieces, nephews, cousins, brothers, and sisters.
Yes.
So it's going to take us to change the narrative. And it starts by supporting these events. And it's free. Ribbon cutting and grand opening. Great opportunity to celebrate Tilly's birthday. But also it's a great opportunity to manifest your God-given talents.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I hope to see you all there.
So give us a recap where it's going to be at again.
So it is going to be at the Center Mall, and that is located at 1941 South 42nd Street, and that's Suite T as in Tom. And that's from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Take place at exactly 5 p.m. And if you guys can't make it, that's understandable. A lot of people can't make it on time, but the ribbon cutting, if you would like to be a part of that is going to be specifically at 5 p.m. So
okay. Now Wednesday, so people might be late because some people don't get off until like 4:30, 5 o'clock. So, but you're still welcome to come through and still come to fellowship if you can't make it. If you can't get off work a little early, and fellowship a little early, take a little time out for yourself.
Come meet other business owners. It's going to be a lot of, Lord willing, a lot of different business owners that's going to be there. So it's a good time to network. I always take that network opportunity to the next level because no matter where you're at, you can always network.
And then also,
with others.
If you're not in the field of writing books, but you need a research paper written, or if you need your resume revised, I mean, she does a lot of other stuff besides just focus on books. So anything that's dealing with writing, or even just looking at your punctuation need to be here, need to be there, or whatever. She has that ability. So especially if you got to turn in that big paper.
Oh gosh, that's my favorite. If you have a big paper you need me to look at or revise for you or to proofread, that is definitely a part of something that I do. That is my cup of tea. Those are things that I absolutely love to do. I do that for fun. So if you have anything that you want done regarding that, just let me know. My prices are very reasonable as well. I will work with you. I work with all types of budgets. So don't be intimidated by no prices or anything like that.
And then also, since I flunked typing, she'll be a great resource for myself. And I know if others are used to the regular typewriter versus this word processor, the actual keys, then she can help you out with that also. So just give her a call. You never know If she can't do it, I know she also can refer you
To someone.
to
Yes,
someone.
absolutely.
So her number is 402. Which number you want to give out?
It's 402-359-3238. But if you cannot reach me on that number, you can call 402-359-0693.
Okay. So we got one number. We'll give y'all all these numbers. She's young generation. They got all these addresses. I had one address. It's right off Hamilton. But now they got address on Twitter, YouTube,
I know it's a lot of different
Facebook, Messenger. I said, man, what address y'all at?
Yeah.
Might as well just call someone. That's the easiest way. And then text it. Don't text people all the time because sometimes people misconstrue texts
all the time. Yes.
And don't text y'all, especially when it's something important. And it's 402-359-3238. 402-359-3238.
Yep.
Give her a call. You got a book in you.
And you can leave a message as well, too. I do check my voicemail, so you can leave a message as well.
You got a book in you. You cannot allow someone else to write your story. All right? Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. Tilly, got anything else that we didn't discuss that you want to make sure you get across this morning?
I think that is about it. Just them words of encouragement. If there's anybody out there listening and you're going through a tough time in life, I just want you to know that, you never give up and always put your trust in him because they'll never leave us nor forsake us.
Now, again, you can get your book where?
You can purchase my book, and my book is internationally. You can purchase it on Amazon.com, Barnes & Nobles, Apple, Kindle, Walmart, or Target. It's anywhere. Pretty much every platform is sold on. You can get it anywhere. So that is exactly where you can get the books from online.
Okay. All right. She said everywhere, even Target.
Yes, even Target.com. And I thank you all in advance for your support, too.
Without doubt, again, this was shouts out to Deborah. I see you, Miss Darba. She went to give her.
Deborah's on. Yeah. Hi, Deborah.
Again, we will make sure that we come out this Wednesday. I'm gonna be in the building, y'all. I will be signing autographs. Yes, I'll be signing autographs. I'm gonna get a star, y'all. No, I'm just kidding.
We all need that autograph. Look.
No, I'll be in the building and join this celebration. Anytime we can celebrate a grand opening of a business, then this is an opportunity that we can save someone from the penal situation. We got to create our own jobs. We have the ability, we have the intelligence, and so now we got to come together and support each other. It starts today. It actually started yesterday because, again, the proposals are available on Omaha Economic Recovery. Go to Omaha Economic Recovery. There's over $300 million that's coming to this community, $335 million initially, and then they're advocating for at least another $100 million and more coming to this community. Their business, this is a business that also can ask for money. Well, what else can they do? Only thing they can do is say no. But you have to prepare and present your proposal. You got to give them an opportunity to say no. See, I give people an opportunity to say no. I don't say woulda, coulda, shouldas. I like to deal with yes or no. Either or. Y'all deal with woulda, coulda, shouldas. Now you're in that mystery and you're in that forgiving. You'll forgive yourself world because you woulda, coulda, shoulda. No, yes or no. At least you tried. Yeah. And so go to Omaha Economic Recovery. I don't care if you got a business, a nonprofit, or for-profit. Regardless if your proposal is completely done, especially if you have engineering studies, if you're trying to build a building. But if you got programming, you can skip that part. You only got a few more questions. The application is very easy. The proposal is very easy. The deadline is the 9th of October. They only got like 15 questions. I'm going over the questions right now. And if you're not building no structure, some of the questions you even had to answer. So they got money for capital, which is infrastructure, capital projects, which is infrastructure. So you're gonna need contractors, engineers, architects. You're gonna need general contractors if you're gonna be asking for capital project dollars. Okay. For my example, for the internet company I built, we're partnered with a company here in Nebraska. They built our internet network.
Wow.
They built 4 towers. I got a 100-foot tower, 2 60-foot towers, and a 70-foot tower on the Indian reservation. Steel and concrete, 100 feet high. So you know what we're gonna do. But also we're partnering, because according to the meetings, if you partner with another organization, you have a greater chance of getting these dollars. And that's why we always talking about making money Monday. We don't talk about dollars. We're talking about partnerships, collaborations, and barterships. We ain't talking about no money yet. That's going to bring you money by working together. It'll strengthen your proposals. So I'm writing 2 proposals. I'm going to let the skin out the bag. Y'all don't know anyway. I write a proposal for internet and write a proposal for radio. 2 different proposals. You can put in multiple proposals. As long as it's going to help people create jobs in the census tracts in North and South Omaha, and a couple of areas in West Omaha. Northwest Omaha as well as Southwest Omaha. So it's even coming around the Ralston area. Wow. A little bit in Ralston area. So there's great potential for $335 million already allocated. Another 100+ million is going to be coming. And so we got to be prepared. And if we're not, you still can put your proposal in. See how God is? Smile. It giving you a second chance. Look at God.
Yeah, look at God.
So even if your proposals, even if you have everything completed, they still will work with you. And so you can complete your proposal. It doesn't get finalized until January when they start debating in a unicameral, when the next session comes in the unicameral. So the dollars going to be coming out pretty quick once they approve it through the unicameral. So at the latest, it could be out. I think the unicameral is what a couple of months. So by March, they probably have everything allocated. So that's what, about 6 months. If everything's done right, there should be about. See, I know numbers because I'm smart, and I brag off my education. And you should too, because my mama picked cotton. And she couldn't go to school. So that's why I brag off my education. But if you look at the numbers at $335 million, if you look at projects that Black people and brown people are going to bring, it should create at the minimum of 15 to 20 millionaires, new millionaires that have some brownness in their skin. Without a doubt. Some people don't want no new millionaires around here. Yeah. But that's what it's going to create if you have the right plan. So if you're in infrastructure, transportation, some of the things are part of the national security of America. Some of these things are part of the national security of America. So if you own a communication company like I do, part of the national security of America. If you own a transportation company, I know a couple of brothers and a couple of sisters that own semis. It's so much money for y'all. Y'all can buy new trucks and hire some new trucks. So it's so much. A big deal. So right now, it's time. If you got one semi truck you want to expand your business, this is the time to put in your proposal, because right now America gotta fund transportation. There's a shortage of about 50,000 truckers in America. They can't get products around quick enough. That's why shortages. I'm going to where is it? Arby's. Arby's is out of Turkey. I said, Arby's out of Turkey? It said out of stock, for real?
A lot of stuff been out of stock.
So y'all,
places.
So God is telling y'all, I think God's getting a pre-warning. We can start growing our food next season. This is the last season. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna plant me a garden next year in my backyard. We need to start growing our own food. Yeah. We are starting to see meat storages. So I'm trying to warn you. I'm like Lot. Revenue hope, the only hope you got. So make sure you guys are there Wednesday. This is a saved event. Oh yeah, if you want to be saved, come this Wednesday, Center Mall. Then, like Tilly said, there's an opportunity if you want to expand your business, open up a business. Mm-hmm. then that might be an opportunity to where you can see a new building where you can, begin your dreams like Tilly has. So it's a grand opening, ribbon cutting. Make sure you bring her your gift cards because Tilly also her birthday. We want to celebrate it with her. She has some food for y'all. Bring your own of Kool-Aid. Big bottle of Kool-Aid, whatever you want. 16, so come out and let's celebrate with Tilly. But also, if you're an aspiring writer, this is an opportunity where you can manifest your dreams. But also, if you have difficulty with writing, Tilly is one to make sure that your manuscript, your whatever else that you need to be written is in the best grammar, so you can get the outcomes that you want.
Yes, absolutely.
So you can give her a call again at 402-359-3238. That's 402-359-3238, and she can handle any your services. Honesty over everything. So that's her philosophy.
Yeah.
And that's the only way you have longevity, man. I'm telling you. You want to be free? Be honest. Well, they'll still put you in jail. Shouts out to Nelson Mandela. Shouts out to Nelson Mandela and other brothers that should be free. Shouts out to my man, the brother that's currently going what he's going through down in Lincoln. They didn't release him from his pardon, his parole.
Oh, I think I heard about that.
And so we'll keep praying for y'all, brothers. So also, brothers, we gotta make sure that we're not putting ourselves in positions to be incarcerated. So we gotta stop.
Absolutely.
We gotta stop the process also. Yeah. So who making money this money? So I was on y'all brothers, and I might get on y'all because right now, the correction and the penals, the judicial system is making money Monday. They making money because everybody gotta go to court, and then you gotta hire a lawyer, and so we need to stop generating money downtown and bring it uptown. I like that. Bring the money back uptown. And the only way to do that, we got to change our behavior and start supporting small businesses so we can have less money downtown and more money uptown where we generate and create jobs for ourselves. All right. Let's be part of the solution and not part of the problem. Because you get all these brothers that get out of jail and now they've been a terror and now they want to change, but you already damaged. So all y'all people give shouts out to all of y'all gangsters. I don't give no shouts out to no gangsters. I come from the King family. I come from a whole different lineage. I don't bless nobody that's been a destruction of our community. I don't pat them on their back. They knew what they was doing. They had a mama, they had a grandmama that told them not to do it. I had a mama. I had a father that told me not to do it. So for y'all brothers, I know I got the brothers from Sarpy County, listening in Dulles County because I get their calls. They call me, but by going to jail, that don't make you a big man or a big woman at all.
Yeah,
your kids are missing you. The family that you left behind is missing the protection that you provided. So let's not glorize gangsterism or somebody negative or you got bad bodies. To me, you're a serial killer. You're like Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah. You're like Ted Bundy. You're like Hitler. If you got bodies and you're proud and y'all running around with people, I got bodies. Man, you're crazy. One from somebody put your mama in a body bag.
There's so much more we can do with that energy in a positive way.
Period.
So much more.
And then I heard they shooting inside the club. Wow. Omaha, really? Wow, Omaha, really? Y'all want to be followers instead of trendsetters? That's why y'all need to come out Wednesday. You need to start going to trendsetter events. We need to start manifesting our God-given talents, y'all. There's better things out here than what y'all doing. Yes. So I'm gonna be there this Wednesday. I'm gonna be eating good, smacking. Yeah, I'll be smacking y'all, and I'll be reading, but also I'll be fellowshipping with brothers and sisters that's showing the great side of this community. Tilly, any shots out? Anybody you want to thank?
I want to give all glory to the Most High. That is the head of my life and always have been. I want to thank you for allowing me to be on here, William, and your platform is just something that's just amazing, and I really really appreciate it. I appreciate you as well. So
No problem. You don't have to go nowhere if you don't want to. I know if you gotta go to work, but she's a busy lady, so you control your time when you own your own business. But at the same time, people do have meetings. What else I got going on today? Do I got a meeting today?
You probably do.
Probably not. I know.
Probably do.
I know John Mitchell supposed to be coming through. Me call him. Let me see. See, this is how we do it. Real live action. I think his cousin is from out of town, and y'all coming through? Y'all coming through?
Oh,
all right, door open.
Told you. I told you had somebody else coming.
So, see how we do it in
Hey,
real
4
time?
minutes away, y'all. I told you.
4 minutes away, y'all. But Tilly, so what made you open up a business? Because you all the stereotypes, woman, black, child, all the stereotypes that everybody said that you can't make it. What gave you that motivation? What gave you that energy to go through all the no's and the turn backs and the backstabs? What made you continue?
I would have to say it was like almost the same process I went through when I was a child, and I was walking through like the valley of the shadow of death a lot. I always knew that I wanted more for myself, and this was one of those things to where after I did get done writing my book, I knew that it was something. I knew that there was something that was needed, but I wanted more. I wanted more for myself, and one of the things I always wanted to own my own business, and be able to help other people. I just did not know that this was the avenue that I was going to eventually take, and so one of the things that the Lord just got me through them different things of not giving up and pushing through all the naysayers. And it's crazy how I always compare it to trying to climb a mountain of mud, not a mountain of dirt or grass, but a mountain of mud. It's really like a hard thing trying to dig yourself out of that dug it, and you don't have anybody, on this earth to really just like to be right there and just push you. But I thank God for everybody he did bring into my life, and the opportunities that he allowed me to have to get past that mud hole of climbing out. But I always wanted better for myself. That was one of the reasons why I did create this. I said it's got to be something done about this, because if it was this hard for me to create a book, how many other people is going through that? I just, and the crazy thing is, people, is that I actually have family members who own books, very successful bookstores, and I have a few authors in my family that are very successful. And you think any of them reached out to help? They didn't? No one cared, and it's just like, I would never. If God give me the knowledge that he give me, how can I keep that to myself? Why would you want to keep that to yourself? And that's what we do a lot in the Black community, and that's something that really does need to stop. Is that if the Most High allow you to have knowledge about something, and 100 people in your community don't have that, but they need it just like you need it, open your mouth. Open your mouth and say something. Leave a note around, or do something to get that information out there. Don't hold it to yourself and take it to your grave. So many people have died with their gifts. They died with their talents. They died with things that were supposed to be done. Don't let that be you. And that's one thing that just drives me. God gave me a talent, and I didn't understand that scripture where he talked about the talents that he gave. I didn't understand that until a couple weeks ago. Like, the full understanding, like when he puts something in you, are you just gonna sit there and not grow your garden? Grow your garden. And the one important thing that William said, and I actually learned from him, was you can't live in the woulda, shoulda, coulda. I'd rather, yes, I'm the same. Now I am that way. I'd rather get a yes or a no. Just tell. I'd rather put in the work and let me see what they're gonna say. At least I can say I did do it. That is that is key. That is key. That is a key ingredient. I don't know what to say. That is a key ingredient when it comes to self-awareness and understanding yourself and taking accountability. Do not let opportunities pass you by because of shoulda, coulda, well, I don't have enough time. I don't have this. No, you put in that work and let them say yes or no. At least you can say you tried.
Right.
But don't give up. Don't just not do. Okay, we're not gonna live in that. Let's not do that, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't.
Without doubt.
You're so much more than that. You're so much more, and you're more than a conqueror. Know that. Tell yourself that. Even if you got to talk to yourself, you're not crazy. You're learning.
Yep, man in the mirror. Shout out to Michael Jackson. Well,
yes,
we play Michael Jackson still. Man in the mirror, or woman in the mirror. So it's all about love, y'all. So, this weekend I had different experience. Tilly, we're gonna have to pray for everybody, men and women.
What happened this weekend?
There's a lot of stuff going on this weekend. Men, watch your wives. Wives, watch your men. Oh Lord, Lord. We get a couple of Hail Marys. So we'll talk about it tomorrow. Tell the Truth Tuesday.
Oh man, I gotta tune in.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I gotta hear this.
I'm going in tomorrow. Tell the Truth Tuesday.
Y'all know how Omaha is. Y'all know how Omaha is when that winter time start coming around.
The gossip. You ain't heard over here though. I ain't want to gossip. But I'm telling you, if you want to hear some gossip tomorrow, I got some good stuff for you.
Oh, I am tuning in. Y'all better tune in now and tell your friends or friends of a friend to tune in.
I got some good stuff. I got some good gossip. I got some good gossip for y'all. Man. Boy. What's done in secret is coming out to light, y'all. It's coming. Is that what it is in the Bible? Is you good? Is it you can't hide behind no rock or something? Rock will be screaming out or something. Well, who's good with the Bible, y'all? The rocks are screaming out, y'all. The rocks are screaming out. They screaming out, y'all. So I'm trying to get stuff together because I know people looking at me. All right. The door's open.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I know people looking at me. I'm guarantee y'all. Somebody's looking at y'all because my mama, when she was alive, guarantee you she's looking out some window. And y'all think y'all in the street getting away. It's some mama somewhere looking out the window, watching everything y'all doing.
It's always somebody watching. I had to learn that it's always, even if it's a bird,
right.
It's always somebody watching. I'm so serious. I had to learn that too, y'all. I'm serious.
Yeah. It's always somebody watching y'all. So don't think you're gonna get away with stuff. Do not think you'll get away with stuff. Somebody watching. So now some of us you might get away, but you're gonna get caught eventually. Without doubt. So tune in tomorrow. I got some like what's your name? I got some hot topics. So again, this Wednesday, y'all, it's on a perfect day. We recognize women too. On Wednesday, Winning Women Wednesday, ribbon cutting, grand opening. Again, make sure you bring your gift cards, cash apps, and all that stuff. It's Tilly's birthday. We want to support her in her new business. It does take funding, especially when you're doing self-funding. Yes. And so that's why we talked about taking advantage of this Omaha Economic Recovery plan. Okay, so go to omahaeconomicrecovery.com. I don't care if you got a nonprofit. I don't care if you got a for-profit. There's money for you. There's money for capital projects, and there's money for services and programs. This provides a service for writers. This is a conduit for those high school students that's working on the student newspaper right now, or that's working on the college website right now, and they want to get their dreams to the world, and they can use a platform right from this community. So they don't have to make the same mistakes as others or get taken advantage of through fraud through the internet. Because some of the things are scamish out there.
Yes, lots. Yes.
And so we got to make sure that we connect people with the highest ethics. Like I said, honesty over everything, and that's her motto. I love it, and that's the only way you're gonna actually have longevity in life. Period.
Yes.
So it's when you tell the truth to yourself. So that's why Tell the Truth Tuesday is gonna be hot tomorrow. I'm gonna pray. I ain't gonna say no
in.
names.
I am tuning in. I want to know.
I might say a couple
now.
names. I'm just gonna show some pictures, y'all. Some video. No, but no. Everybody need help, y'all. No one's perfect in this world. I just want to let y'all know, women, quit saying that men cheat all the time. That's all I gotta say. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh my goodness.
Stop. I don't want to hear men. Let's start mending relationships. That's all I gotta say. Let's start mending relationships, men. Because you think you're getting away with something, and you might not be getting away with something. All right. So that's gonna be a topic tomorrow. Let's focus on our health, so we're improving our health, so our libido is good. If we have problems with libido, men, there's opportunities to get our health together. So that's not the one of the problems. Usually finances and libido problems, I guess. And so we're gonna talk about some things tomorrow, because I was really disappointed. I was really disappointed. And Mr. Farrakhan teaches that we cannot raise no higher than a woman. And when a woman behaves like a man, it's just we have no hope. We're done. It's over with. So I'm finna go grab my family, whoever got left. I'm going to the mountains like Lot. I'm not turning around. God bless me another day, and hopefully a few more days to come back and warn you. God, I want to be the last time I come down, God. I want to warn a few more times, God. But I'm coming like Lot. I poke fun, but I'm very serious, y'all.
Yeah.
And hopefully you can hear my message, ladies. Oh man, I'm very surprised. I'm very, very, and very disappointed at the same time. But men, we have to start mending relationships so we can create a better environment for our community. So I'm not gonna blame women per se. We all came over in the same ship. All year in that bottom of that ship called Jesus. All year the Pilgrims had us, the Portuguese and all them. I just saw a Woman King. I encourage you to go see Woman King. I saw it.
I heard that was a good movie. I heard that was a very good movie. I haven't had a chance to see it yet. Who's all
the door locked? The door locked?
Oh my gosh. Is that
Okay, I'll come out. So Tilly, go ahead.
Hi. Okay. Yes, everybody. Just a recap. So the ribbon cutting is on Wednesday. It is September 28th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. and it's going to be located at the Center Mall at 1941 South 42nd Street in Suite 416 T as in time. So I hope to see you all there. It's going to be a very exciting time. I'm also celebrating my birthday along with that. So it's going to be a 2-in-1. And like I said, gift cards are accepted, but not required. I hope to see you all there. We're going to have desserts. We're going to have food, going to have drinks and all. So.
All right. So again, that's going to be at the Center Mall?
Yep. At the 1941 South 42nd Street.
Okay. Make sure you give her a call just in case you can't.
And if you can't make it, just give me a call at 402-359-0693. You can leave me a text message or wait for me to answer it. Okay.
All right. Omaha, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll take some quick pictures. Again, Rocky said that was a good movie. Yeah, it was a good movie, Miss Starks. Again, make sure you guys go to OmahaEconomicRecovery.com. $335 million. All year, without a doubt, we should create some new millionaires out of this. Probably about, at the minimum, about 20 millionaires by next year. We ain't talking no long time. We're talking about by next year. I'm writing. And if I don't have the ability to write, I'm going to Tilly to get my stuff written together.
That's right.
October the 9th, you better get y'all stuff together. That's too much money on the table. Sure. You better, so even if my mama was still alive, she couldn't read or write. Well, I'll be right by my mama's side. Mama, what you talking about, Mama? What you want them to write, Mama? Sure. I don't care. They got disability. You better be right by their side.
Okay.
You better have no excuses. And I know a literacy problem. We got a problem with literacy. Y'all just don't want to admit it.
Yep, that's true. And I can
They
help.
passing our
with
kids.
that.
They passing our kids.
Yes.
We got a problem. Man, this is your child. They've been telling you about this idea forever. And it could be a new invention. Man, our people created greatness. They couldn't read and write.
I know.
They weren't even allowed to pick up a book. But they created so many inventions. What are we doing? What are we doing, Negroes?
Mm-hmm.
That means black, if you want in the scientific terms. So you guys gotta have a sense of humor.
Yes.
Use your education. Till I did get mad. I went to a grocery store. I was in Florida, and the bean said Negro beans. I said,
Oh, the Negro beans. You did. Yes, they have Negro beans.
I'm about to go off in the store. They got Negro beans.
Yes, they do have Negro. Yes, it's true.
I said, Lord. Lord. And then I remember, Negro just mean black. Then I calm down. Y'all calm down, y'all. I know y'all want to get excited.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do have. Yep, they do.
All right,
Yep.
so shout out to Florida for the Negro. I'm gonna bring some Negro beans back for y'all. All right. So again, make sure you guys come out for the ribbon cutting. It's gonna be a great time, like we have it here. Again, from 5 to 8 p.m. Have some food there. Of course, we're gonna have some hors d'oeuvres and some spirits. So come enjoy. It's Tilly's birthday. Come bring a gift card or a cash app her. It'll help her with her grand opening of her business. Self-funded, y'all. Let's be for real.
Yes, I work hard as a nurse. My background is in nursing, and I work extra shifts, extra hours. Everything is out of pocket for me. I don't have. It's just me and my daughter and the Most High guiding us. So everything that y'all see is from my hard blood, sweat, and tears from me working. Ain't no handouts or anything like that. It's all money from my own pocket. So
let's come out and support. But if you got a dream, she has the team to make it come to reality. And so we want to make sure you guys take advantage of it. 402-359-3238. 402-359-3238. We'll take a quick break. We got a guest from out of town. I don't know where he's from, but Brother Mitchell, they run the Tabernacle of Faith. Isn't that right? And is that church? See, hey, in that church, boy, they run in that church, boy. I'm from a Baptist church. And, they go crazy in that one. But shoot, Koji Church, they run in their church. they got a track on the inside of their church. You didn't know that?
No. Is this a new church?
Yeah, Koji. What is it? Christ of God? I don't know.
Okay, I gotta get information on that church.
I don't know all the names. They're gonna get mad at me. He said, "You don't know our name." Shout out to Koji, because actually my cousin, he runs. He was the president of the 41st jurisdiction of the Koji Church. So I went to the funeral in Memphis, and man, I have never been to a funeral like that in my life. He had like about all the bishops, just bishops and ministers. It's probably at least about a couple hundred in there, bishops and ministers. And then he was a Kappa, and he joined Latter, and he had all the red in there, all of 10 rows.
Oh, I bet that was real nice. Oh my!
And so when we got in the funeral procession, I got goosebumps, guys in the house. See that Queen stuff was going on. Oh no, we had the King going on in Memphis. So we got on the highway, and then the motorcycle people, they cut off all the exits until we passed, and then when we passed, they let them all out. So we had the whole highway following us. It was incredible. 240, because 240 wrap around Memphis, man. We so when I die, I already told you I'm coming late for my funeral. I already told you I'm coming late for my funeral. I ain't gonna be
fashionably
on time.
Late.
I am not gonna be on time. You see, I'm late today, so I'm shutting down the city. I already know how my funeral. I already got mine planned out. We shut down the city.
Okay, so we shutting it down.
We shutting it down. It's gonna stop without doubt. I already got it planned, but man, I know my cousin was doing that made so and they love the Lord down south. So I ain't talking about no preachers down there, because you might get slapped down there, because it's a Bible Belt.
Oh yeah, the Bible Belt. Yeah,
that's
Bible
part of that
belt.
Bible belt. Yeah, see how it goes?
Yeah.
Bible Belt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you don't like the Bible, don't give you the belt. You know what I mean? So, man, they love God down south, and I felt that spirit, and I'm bringing that happiness back.
Mm-hmm.
And they know who the devil really is, because Memphis, they don't like you down there. That boy. On this side.
Absolutely
of the
love Memphis. I love Memphis. They're different. They're a little different down there.
On the side of the railroad tracks. We're gonna take You know, you're supposed to be on the other side of railroad tracks. Today is Making Money Monday. Hold on a second. Who we gonna play? Y'all know what? This young lady, I love her talent. She's gonna be a superstar. I already told y'all. This one is called The Chosen One. Boss with me. Surrender.
I'm the chosen one, yeah. My brother hand me the toy, said, young, you better run. Put your foot on the gas, don't let them none. Do the dash of the burn out. Grip the grain on your stern wheel. Better not miss your turn, no. Family dependent, gotta work out. I gotta really go hard, cause none of this is for certain. But I'm gonna get to $1. Gotta make sure my little brother's scholars. And you know, I'ma spoil them. Know that mama up there watching out for them. I ain't who they want, but I'm gonna give them their needs. For my family, I bleed. Money don't grow on trees. I do the cross, get cream. I risk it all for the team. You'll see that I see. NFL's getting sleazy. Roll around with some demons. Devil trying to get even. So I gotta slide with the beam on. This life get dangerous. Go switch sides. Ain't changing up. That's strange to us. These fiends be your homies. I had it down. You don't come around. Cause you think that you owe me. I'm 100 thought I never felt. So don't go acting phony. When they start to pound out, you the walking trophy. I get whatever you please. Just don't catch and cold. Cause when it's time to ride, you gon' slide. Ay, just in case I got that thing that bang up on my side. Only got one shot up in this life. This is do or die. So I'm gon' get it out. I'm jumping off the post. I swear that we gon' ball. Ain't no fall. Mama, I did it. I put my baby on the flight. We going to talk business. We in Miami. Can't make up this life I'm living. Yeah, I'm gon' get it. Ain't no wishes. Stay consistent. It's all about repetition, baby. Got out the mud. I'm beating the odds. It feel so amazing. They said I couldn't do it, so you put it on God. Yeah, you must be crazy. Pants, I'm ready for war. Any weapon against you shall fall. You the op, ain't with y'all. From a block, and you know how right I got real hitters in the spot. With pots, real hood thoughts with the moms. Cops kill us cause they wanna. Trying to make it out of the trauma. PTSD come around when you're younger. But you rap it careful when you come here. Can't run faster than a bullet in a cornfield. It's amazing. Trying to make it out of this place. Follow me and lead the way. Don't go straight, stay tunnel vision when you feel the pain. Gotta keep your head up through the rain. Bad days don't last always. Stay tunnel vision when you feel the pain. Gotta keep your head up through the rain. Bad days don't last always. Bad days don't last always. I'm the chosen one, yeah. My brother hand me the toy, say, young, you better run. Put your foot on the gas, don't let them none. Do the dash, let burn out. Got the brain on your stern wheel. Better not miss your turn, no. Family dependent, gotta work, yo. I gotta really go hard, cause none of this is certain. Cause none of
All right, Omaha, you know who we got. She's 7 years old. Her name is Savannah, y'all. Hold on until we gotta take a picture before you get out of here. Boss with me, y'all. Savannah, talk to him, girl.
SAVANAH, that's my name, Savannah. SAVANAH, that's my name, Savannah. SAVANAH, that's my name, Savannah. That's my name, Savannah. I'm 6 years old, yes I am. I go to the park with my friends. I like to PLAY, 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 PLAY. Cause it's summertime. SAVANAH, that's my name, Savannah. 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 I have a sister named Summer. I'm in Cali for the summer. I love my mama. I'm at the beach with Miss Amanda. Yes, I am. Yeah. SUNOUT. 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 S-A-V-A-N-A-H, that's my name, Savannah. S-A-V-A-N-A-H, that's my name, Savannah. S-A-V-A-N-A-H, that's my name, Savannah.
Oh yeah, see, that's the next generation. That's the next generation. Her name's Savannah. She made that last year. She was 6 years old, so I know she gotta be 7. She gotta be 7 now. Then I talked to her mom. She got a new cut. I'm trying to get her a new cut. So we actually love our neighbors over here. See, y'all talk about it and all, we about it. Without a doubt, baby. Without a doubt, we create conduits of opportunities for the next generation. And man, we got a superstar in the house. Oh yeah, by way of another superstar. And so, you know, I mean, I love God because God, man, he does incredible things, you know, to prepare us. And the day is Making Money Monday. And so we're not talking about the physical money. We're talking about, you know, partnerships, collaborations, and bartering. And so what happened today is just a collaboration. And this is how this brother came in. And so it's all about, you know, developing relationships. I got a good friend of mine. You know, he's an older white gentleman. And when I first started my radio station, they donated a computer. His computer store gave us a computer when I first started back in 2009. And he told me this story. He said, we are atoms, A-T-O-M-S. We're all atom molecules. And we're in space going thousands of miles per hour. And sometimes atoms hit and they collide and they create providence, they create greatness. And so that's why relationships and developing relationships, it can manifest into something great. And so my mom always taught me, if someone treats you good, you treat them better because you might need them one day. And so you know how these superstars are, Omaha. I don't know this brother, but I might be in the city. I might be in his city. Oh yeah. My. And I might need some love. Without a doubt, baby. And you know how the superstars are. They got their own noun, verbs, adjectives, prepositional phrases, all yes, and predicates to introduce themselves. I'm going to let the brother introduce himself. He even got a bigger iPad than I do. see, when we compete up here, see, when we come up 20 stairs, you're on God level. Even God said, man, he got some bigger muscles than me too. What? Oh, so and we compete against little girls, old women. It made a difference. Now, ask Senator Chambers and Ben Gray. I challenged them to a push-up. They like 70 and 80, you know, and Senator Chambers did it like 80. You know, he did his 20. I struggle, y'all. I did make it to 20 though. So we challenge everybody, but I want to welcome this brother. We do got some construction across here. This is real earth. This is real life. Sure. And I love the ecosystem of construction because we got $300 million coming down to this community. And I've been asking every minister, every preacher, what should we be doing during this time of revelation? Yeah. Because I didn't get blessed until the pandemic came. Yeah. You know, another blessing because the pandemic was a blessing to some people.
Sure.
It wasn't a blessing. I mean, some people, death is inevitable. Yeah. I thought I was gonna stay alive forever.
Yeah.
But I can't get away from it.
Yeah, no, you can't escape it. There's no escaping it.
Can't get away from it. No. So since I can't escape it, we might as well, leave the best name, when we leave this earth. So the bishops or ministers, they don't have to lie. When you die. Well, y'all know he was terrible, but I can't say that at a funeral, can you, Bishop?
Well, I've been to some services that you just kind of cringe when people start talking about things. It's kind of, they forget to have families and people that actually love these guys, right?
Right.
Or women, whoever it may be. So yeah, it's been pretty special in some of the services I've been in. But yeah, I guess you could say whatever you want to say. I mean, you can say it doesn't mean that it's going to give you a really good reputation, but certainly there's a lot of loose stuff going on.
Right.
Behind the pulpit, unfortunately.
Right. Well, I want to let you introduce yourself. Tell me who you are what you gonna be actually doing here? You're gonna be here all week.
I'll be here until Wednesday. I got
Till Wednesday.
tonight and on tomorrow night, and then on Wednesday night.
Okay. So let people know who you are and why you're in this community and how they can come out and rejoice with you.
Yeah, I was actually born in San Bernardino,
California.
California, yes, sir. Went to
Okay.
school with Ronnie Lott.
Okay.
49ers. Not that y'all like the 49ers around here.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Some people like the 49ers.
Yeah, but it was a great childhood. The Lord saved me at 14. I had a contract. I was an entertainer with my dad, and so we had a contract to do some really major work, which would have brought major finances. But the call of God was on me at 14, so I had no desire to do that any longer. What I was doing, and started evangelizing at a very young age, and been pastoring the church in Visalia, California, for about 40 years or so now.
So you pastor a church?
Yes, sir.
What's it called again?
It's called Restoration.
For 40 years?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
You look young.
Oh, but thank you. I have a lot of kids. Got lots of grandkids. I'm 33 grandkids.
Wow.
About 8 great grandchildren now. So
Okay.
I'm started a business called Rent a Child.
Rent a Child.
We have so many. Our family is so precious, man. I love my family. I love family life. So
Without doubt. You remember the song by the OJs?
Which one?
Family Reunion.
You must stop, man. Of course I do. I'm saved, but I ain't deaf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you got a family like that.
Yeah. We have an amazing family. Amazing family.
Shouts out to my family, man. I just came from Memphis, and I got to hang out with cousins on my mama's side and my daddy's side.
Wow.
It was so refreshing. They call me William Jr. down there.
William Jr.
Heck yeah, because they know my dad.
Not William Tell, William Jr.
So up here, they call me BK, Bill, man, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But they probably come to other stuff too. For sure. But down there, I'm known as William Jr. And I felt my daddy.
Wow. What an experience.
Yeah, I felt my daddy. Every time they said, I felt my daddy.
Yeah.
And that I feel him now. It's just it's so necessary, y'all, that we forgive our families for real.
Sure. Yeah. Forgiveness is tough sometimes because sometimes people base the forgiveness on how you feel. But forgiveness, when you forgive somebody, you have to commit to something, right? That's what forgiveness is. So that's kind of cool for you to be junior and have to deal with that.
Heck yeah, without a doubt. Since you've been now, do you represent a denomination or?
Well, we were raised in the Church of God in Christ for many years. At least my mother was raised in the Church of God in Christ, and I was about, like I said, I was 14, and so my draw, or should I say, what I was drawn to was a church that was considered deliverance. It was in a Church of God. Well, actually, it was Pentecostal Church of God, and so I started attending that church, which became independent, same root values, same holiness, and etc. and whatever. So they had the same root value, but they were different in that it was multicultural. It was more multicultural. It was more ecumenical.
Right.
And although the Church of God in Christ is probably the largest organization of churches in the world, it's a very, very large, thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of churches. But it was more ecumenical. So the draw for me was that it was very ecumenical, and I wanted to be a part. That's where I felt God led me into that particular organization.
Now, Bishop, you used a big word.
No, it's not. No, it was more world. I'm sorry. It was more worldview. Because, if you stop to think about some organizations, they only love their organization. They don't really care about the church at large. That's what it's called, the mystical church. That's the church nobody's ever seen. It's all around the world. And then there's what is called the local church. And sometimes people commit to the local church and they forget that we are, everything we do as the body of Christ and as a church is felt around the world because we're connected as the body of Christ. And unfortunately, some are only in love with their culture. They're only in love with their organization. And they don't really care for the church at large. They only care for their little square that they're in. And that's it, therefore no more, whatever the case is. So they don't really have a heart for the church at large. And you can see that just based on how they promote just them.
Right.
And
Okay.
so I can't do that. God
Okay.
is too vast for me to do
Wait,
that.
and you know,
I'm not saying I'm better than them.
No,
I'm just
no,
saying
no,
my
no.
view is different.
no, I totally understand. I have the same philosophy. Like I said, I tell everybody, my mom taught me about God. I went to Great New Hope Baptist Church.
Yeah, yes, sir.
But the first time I actually felt God though was at the Million Man March.
Stop. Really? Washington. Yeah, that
At the
was
Million
back.
Man,
What's that? 20 some years?
October 16, 1995.
Yeah, that was back. Yeah, I remember that.
So I was there. It's actually first time I actually feeling God, the presence of God.
Yeah.
No, because when I was there, we were stepping on people's foot. And brothers would say, "Brother, I'm glad you here to step on my feet."
Yeah, yes, sir.
So it's the first time I actually felt ultra love
Yeah.
on a maximum level when you see millions of brothers.
Yeah.
But now the last voice is actually see the God. So the only way to see God, you got to start manifesting things from the abstract to the concrete.
Sure.
Do you believe that if what is said that we're image of God, we should have the same ability. We're not the God, but we should have the same abilities.
Well, so limited abilities, because obviously God is spirit. You know, the Bible said in John 4 that God is spirit. It also says that God is not man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. So we know that God doesn't have a body like us. We know that. In the King James Version, it says God is a spirit, but in the Greek, it actually says God is spirit. And they that worship him must worship him in spirit and truth. In other words, he doesn't have hands like ours and feet like ours. He doesn't need that. To be physical is to be limited.
Okay.
You have limitations, although you're a God bearer in terms of you bear an image of God. It certainly isn't the exactness of God, because we don't have the capacity. The split moment, even when Jesus became flesh, here he is the word, and he becomes flesh. He chose a specific limitation to come and save us.
Right.
So he chooses his own limitations. We can't. But on the other hand, we were born with limitations that obviously we're not flying like birds and up underwater like fish without help. You know,
Right.
we have our lungs, everything, we're limited. Right. Although God has given us authority over these things, we're still very, very, very limited. We have a lifespan. We have a life shelf. The quality of life changes for us the older you get. You know, I know they walk around now with their chest up here. They're all proud because they got muscles. Give it a few years, their chest will be down in here. It's going to all gravitate and change. So it's just a matter of understanding that in our limitation, God still gives us creative abilities. And I was listening to you talking about the economy and how even the church should be positioned to take advantage of these particular creative abilities. So I do believe we are bearers of the image of God. We're just by no means God. By no means are we God.
Right.
So
okay. All right. So we're God-like.
God-like.
Okay. That's what I said. So we have some innate abilities.
Sure.
As God.
Absolutely. We have choice. We can choose. When I hear people talk about, I love this person, I love them, and immediately the very first thing comes to mind is like, you love them with what? Like when God loved us, he loved us with something. We're called to love each other, to love each other with something, not just I love you, I got an emotion for you, but actually just understand the definition of love is certainly beyond just I just love you because we get along. Yeah, man, he got the same car, got the same ride, I got the same whip, we live on the same block, came from the same hood. You know, that's loving culture, and I can appreciate that. But until people learn how to love each other with something that is greater than themselves, then obviously that brings a cap on everything, if that makes sense.
Okay, now with something, what is the with something? Is that God?
Okay, well, yeah, absolutely, because God loved us with his son. He loved us with himself. God don't need anything from us for him to love us.
Okay.
He's his own source of loving us. We, on the other hand, unfortunately, we have limitations. People get on our nerves. We want to slap people. We're going to do more than say hallelujah at times. There are those moments that our love is so shallow. We love them with the wrong thing. We're impatient. We chalk up things. I was listening to a guy that was talking about church hurt. He was hurt in church.
Church hurt.
He was hurt in church, and that was enough for him to cash in. I'm hurt in church, so forget church, forget God, forget everybody. And he kind of wigged out. And I understand church hurt. I get it. I've been in it for all my life. So I understand people can be hurt. However, when you use that hurt to disqualify your love, once again, you're loving them with your so-called Well, I love them, but man, I don't. God never told me to like them, but I do. I'm going to do. What are you talking about? Because in order to love correctly, in order to have a love that is lasting, you have to love people with something. You have to give them permission, like you were talking about the Million Man's March, and they stepped on your feet. Man, thank you for being here for stepping on my feet. So hey, boy, you step on my feet again. A few other words that we don't talk about, but you understand those attitudes has been one of the reasons why that people have not learned how to love people correctly.
Okay.
They love money more than they love people.
Without a doubt, I tell everybody health is wealth.
You better believe it.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Now, you're in the city. You came in the city to because we haven't had no revivals, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I remember growing up.
Oh yeah.
And my mama, God rest her soul, she made sure I went to church. But this generation haven't been to church, Bishop.
Yeah.
So there's no foundation. There's no lean back.
Right. I like that. Lean back. Yeah. I like that. I like that.
You know what I mean? They can't lean on nothing.
Right.
And then I had a young lady, Bree. What's Bree like? Parker, one of the champion, one of the best amateur female fighters in the country right now. And she sat in that chair and said, "Growing up, I wish I just had someone just to sit down and talk to me and just listen."
Wow, that's sad.
So so y'all, I'm telling y'all teenagers, y'all need to listen to them. Don't holler at them. Listen to them. They're creative.
Right.
Didn't y'all remember y'all was young?
Right.
See, don't you remember when you was young?
Man, yeah, I do. Of course, do.
Y'all need to play, y'all. Y'all need to play.
But remember, we went out in the street and played.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you ate, you did your dishes, whatever you had to do in the house. Then they sent you out on the street to build a relationship with your neighbors, and all of the neighbors knew the kids, and the kids knew the neighbors, and the respect and the honor. It was there. That was different than today. They sit at home on games all day long, and it's a little different.
Yeah, I call them the new masters.
Yeah.
They like the old masters. They just black.
Boy, I don't even know how to respond to that, but I get it.
You know what I mean? I mean, so we say there's no, like I said, there's no fellowship no more.
Yeah.
We wouldn't allow anyone in our community growing up in a project 6 blocks away. We wouldn't allow them to be evicted.
Right.
We have rent
Absolutely.
parties.
Yeah, absolutely.
But today, pride subsides everything. People are suffering by themselves and not talking to someone because someone violated their trust.
Sure. They don't feel safe. Safety is so crucial in a community because, I mean, obviously we've seen it over and over where people are losing their properties or their house, and instead of going over and giving them the money, they go over and buy their stuff. You selling that? Okay, I'll take that. You got to leave. You've been kicked out. How much you selling your house for?
Right.
But back in the day, and that's one thing that I'm so grateful for, that even in our ministry, we have helped people pay off houses. We paid off their cars. We've helped them get clothes. We have a school there as well.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. You got.
See.
You have to do that.
Oh Lord.
In a college, a Bible accredited college. Oh yeah, you gotta have that, man. Oh man.
Now, what city are you in again?
Visalia, California.
How big is
Accredited.
that?
It's 150,000.
Oh, come on. See Omaha, 150,000.
Yes, sir.
And your church is diverse.
Diverse.
So
yes.
You got white,
black,
Asian,
Hispanic. We have everything.
Okay. So
we want everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, God love everybody for real.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't be God if he didn't, right?
Obviously, you love everybody for real. I don't know why y'all get mad at him.
Yeah.
Man,
and there's no superior race. I mean, there really isn't.
No. I mean, but we were the first, but we're not superior.
No, by no means. First don't mean superior. First just means start.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah,
we just started.
Yeah.
Obviously, we messed up. We messed up something.
Yeah. I'm just saying I didn't want to gossip, but that did happen.
Yeah, we did. We messed up somewhere. Because I asked God, why are we getting punished like this? God, we did something in the past, something. And if you look at the Woman King, you'll see what we did to each other.
Yeah.
You'll see what we sold each other. We participate in
hellishness.
Well, we participate in just a lot of crazy stuff that y'all think it's okay, but it's not. And so I want to ask you. I've been asking minister after minister, evangelist, all these terms that people use, minister, reverend.
Sure, sure.
Do you believe it's revelation now? Do you believe it's in the last time?
Well, sure, I do believe that. I believe that based not on what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. I mean, the wars and rumors of wars and etc. I get all that. But what really gets me, probably more than anything that really gets my attention, is the attitude. Because there's a specific attitude. These are what you're seeing is only in response of something internal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that first external, then it changes us.
Right.
It's what's going on in us
Internal.
that changes everything around us.
Right,
And that's the reason why that even when you deal with the word poverty,
Mm-hmm.
the word poverty has nothing to do with money. We've done losses, archaic meaning that actually has to do with relationship. What good is it money if you don't have a relationship?
Right.
So the idea is that people have money, many of them, but they're absolutely bankrupt when it comes to relationship. And so the Bible is very plain about what would happen in the end times concerning attitude, how the love would become wax cold, how it would be like specific things that God overthrew in the Old Testament, whether you're dealing with Jonah, or you're dealing with Noah, or you're dealing with Sodom and Gomorrah. He's dealing with the attitudes of those people. A lot of people believe that when judgment came upon Sodom and Gomorrah, that it had to do with only sexual deviance only, but it was also centered around their inability to even be hospitable or to honor, because remember, their attitude or their action was only the result of something going on inside of them.
Right.
And so we're living in a day now to where people are just kind of like, ain't no big deal, it's my truth, blah, 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 this is how I feel, this is how I'm like, man, shut up. Like, really, because that's not the way it is. You can't create truth.
Right.
You can only discover it.
Right.
So when somebody say that it's my truth, I'm going like, I'm glad you went from first grade to second grade, but you cannot create truth.
Right.
You can only discover truth. So their idea of who they are, they can share that, and that's fine and that's cool. But if that's not based on the truth, then we're having a problem. And so the pride in that has really shifted a lot of attitudes in our day that it concerns me both as a preacher, as a man, as a father.
Mm-hmm.
As a grandfather,
Mm-hmm.
that concerns me. What I see in the church, even some of the attitudes in the church, and I'm not at all going to church bash anybody, but it's a fact that we're having some real challenges.
So you said that now, how big is your church? How big is your congregation?
Well, we have several churches. We have churches all over the country. Actually, that's why I'm here now.
So are you part of the Koji family?
No, I'm part of the body of Christ. I will never ever set myself up to be
limited.
No. I will go anywhere. Actually, if they invite me, I'm going anywhere.
Okay. So you're not afraid to go anywhere?
I'm not afraid to go anywhere. I don't care where it is.
Okay. All right.
I'll talk to anybody. It doesn't matter to me.
So you got church here too? Were you connected with this
connected.
Church? Yeah.
I've just became an overseer there at Tabernacle of Faith with Barbara, with Pastor Barbara Mitchell. And which is a deep honor for me. I've known him for years. We've been family for years. But the invite to be a overseer there is humbling to me because they're an incredible church.
I told you, and I cracked jokes about their church, but I had a wonderful experience at church. And I named my church because I don't go to church, pastor. I named my church after them. I call my church the Tabernacle of God.
Well, you robbing us, man. We need you there.
You know what I mean? So because but I like how you talk.
Yeah.
Because if we're not educating our children, if we're not building schools for our children, then what are we doing? I talk about pretty boy ministers that drive around in Cadillacs, and they only got daycare for their children, for their congregation.
Yeah.
And so we got church like that all around here, and I know that they get mad at me. They call it revenue hope. The only hope you got. See, I see. So obviously, because the reason why, because it's so much competition, and but when we grow up, we fellowship the Baptist church, fellowship with all the other churches around this community, but it's not like that no more. Everybody want to be a top religion, so since everybody want to be a top religion, I'm the top minister. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna yield to the bishop because he got school. He got school and a college. Man, I love that. Okay, what's the name of your college? Because do they play sports and all that stuff too? We might see your kid, our kids.
Okay. Okay. So what we did about a year and a half ago, we've always had a school.
Okay.
Up until about 5 years, we always had a school. 6 years ago, then we sold our property. Well, it's a long story because what happened was there was a church that for 7 years they did not have a building, and they were going from place to place to place to place. We've always had a building since the 80s. We've always had a building. God has always blessed us with a facility, and I would have given them our building and then took their place from going to place to place to place until they were established, and we would just simply buy a building. So the Lord spoke to me real heavily one night and said that I want you to sell your building. And I thought, I told the congregation, we need to sell our building. And about 15 minutes later, somebody walked in the place, knew nothing, walked in the place and said, "Hey, I heard you want to sell your building," right there in front of everybody.
Wow.
I said, "Okay, well, we'll be selling our building to you." We ended up selling to that church that had been going around for like 7 years without any really roots anywhere.
Right.
Then we took on their journey for about 3 years. And we were, big old trucks, setting things up every service, all the chairs, the PA, and etc. And so we did that for about 3 years. And then God gave us the property we've been in now for about 5 or 6 years, which is halfway paid off. And it was over $1 million. So we're paying that totally off because we didn't want to do the whole 30-year thing. We wanted it paid off. It didn't make sense. And so God opened that door. And we were very, very grateful, really, really grateful. So we started a school, and we have, certified teachers. It's not just a daycare where you come to church. No. And so, and then we started a college, and God has been so good to us. We had our first graduation at the college. Well, it's not the first graduation, but we had a graduation this last about 2 months ago.
Okay, congrats.
Some that had a doctorate and everything else in theology and what have you. So it's a real accredited college. But what I found is that if you want to change your community, you have to first have a change of heart yourself. That's first.
Right.
You can't just say, "I want change," and you just want to throw water at the fire. You have to get in there and rescue people from the fire. And so it took us a while to kind of incorporate some things, and we're still learning. But one thing that we're definitely doing, and that is that we're just reaching out to anybody and everybody to tell them about somebody that loves everybody. And that's not as easy as it once was back in the day. We had such fellowship in the churches where, as you said earlier, whether it's Church of God in Christ, Baptist, it was Pentecostal Church of God. It was people were just AME. Everybody was coming together because of a name, the only name, the greatest name. And a lot of that has changed, of course. And I don't have all the answers. And like I said, I don't want to church bash, but I do know that things have changed a lot when I was a kid. Because listen, man, when I was a kid, everybody had something. You never sat around and didn't have dinner, and you didn't have a ride to go to work. And they were community driven. So they created things. They were very creative to make sure that there was an answer for the question, as opposed to letting people go to bed, go to bed hungry, don't have nothing to eat, the lights are off. We didn't do that stuff.
You're right, Doc, because we talked to each other, and we didn't put anyone down because we knew we could always be in that same position.
Right.
It could be next day somebody gets sick, and now
you better believe it.
And now you gotta switch up. So man. Wow. So is there hope? Do we got hope?
Yes.
Because we have. I've seen some people thrive during this pandemic.
Sure.
Some people have thrived, honestly.
Yeah.
So are those the ones that's actually following God? So is this what we should do? We should lean on God during this time.
Yeah.
Just lean on because it's crazy out here for real.
Yeah, it is. There's several things that I also really believe, and one of them is that. It wasn't bad enough for us. You remember the 9/11? It was horrible. I still think of that and weep over that at times. Thousands of people losing their lives and their health because of these planes that crashed into the Twin Towers, which I've been there. I know that now when I go back and don't see them, it's so strange. That was horrible. But you would have thought that would have been enough to really, really punch America in the gut to where that we would become one, at least in some aspects. But give it time, and the elasticity of it brings us right back to the same ideas that it's about me, my four, no more, and self-preservation, and on and on and on. Some were able to move beyond that and do some really great things and give people opportunity for jobs and opportunity for houses and what have you. Then the COVID came. That was major. The COVID was a very major. Millions died, man. Millions, and it was horrible. But again, I don't know what it is about human nature that they'll take the time to regress. You know, I don't know exactly what it is about us that we forget so easy. That had God not been with us, we wouldn't be here. You know, I heard about your miracle that even God had to sustain you and keep you during this time that it was tough. I was very glad to hear about how God sustained you and kept you.
I had COVID and pneumonia at the same time.
What was that like?
Well, you know, I think actually, honestly, I think God prepared me because I try to take care of my body.
Yeah.
So like you do take care of your body.
Sure.
And so when I did get sick, I didn't really know I had a fever because I go in the steam room, the sauna. I raised my body temperature to like 120 on the average. So when I got a temperature at 102, I didn't know I even had a temperature. I was sick about 5 days. My main problem was constipation. I couldn't use the bathroom.
Yeah.
But after the doctor gave me that one medicine for the colonoscopy, still whatever, and then my homeboy gave me some dietary tea, I was able to use the bathroom. I just had like flu-like symptoms.
Did he give you the tea?
No, my homeboy.
I was going to say, because he got tea that works.
Right. and then, you know, I did sun therapy. You know, I opened up my window and just sat in the sun till I sweat. I ate a lot of fruit. I ate everything that was alive. I didn't eat nothing dead, even no soup.
Yeah.
Ate everything that was alive, and it took about 5 days, and I was all right. I haven't had but I think it's the you got to take care of yourself in advance versus not taking care of yourself. It was a lot tougher. But I beat up everybody because afterwards I beat up preachers. I named
Tell me about that. You know, I want to hear that.
I named names because you know, because I love this community, and my mom couldn't read and write.
Really?
I grew up in the projects, and she couldn't read and write, so I had to come home and read and write to her. I mean, for real. And so I learned earlier that failure is not an option.
Yeah.
It's not an option.
You're right. Yes, sir.
And so when I was sick, I got a chance to slow down and read stuff.
Yeah.
And they doing this, and they intelligent. So I built the sororities and fraternities because they dance, but they intelligent.
Yeah.
Our kids were last in all academics. The incarceration rate for Black men here in Omaha is the only place in America where it has risen.
Really?
The only place in America is everywhere else. The Black men's 3 times their arrest rate is lower than whites, but in Omaha, you're 50 times more likely to be incarcerated than any other Black man in America. So I'm reading all this, and then what else I read? The teacher union. They put out a survey to 18,000 teachers. They came back. The teachers said we're dealing with mental stress. Our kids are dealing with mental illness. And 40% of them said that they're not coming back to work. They did everything.
Wow.
And so I'm reading all this, right? So when God saved me, because I was talking to God, I said, God, I got some more work to do, God.
Yeah.
I ain't ready to go yet.
Yeah.
And so I said, so when I got well, my first day back, I don't usually name names, but I named names. And some people forgave me. And I named some pastor names. One pastor forgave me. Shouts out to Pastor Perkins. And I said he really worked for God because he don't mind the truth, but he loved God, so he'll talk back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody, all your other ministers, I don't know, but I speak up for God, and you ain't gonna intimidate me. I don't care who you are, gangster. So, but some people are afraid they gonna run away. Like what's his name, Judas? But Judas was used for God too. You know, shouts out to Jesus. Yeah, he'll still use a Judas too for God. But at the same time, I'm not one to run. I'm a king. That's my last name. I'm not gonna run. And so I was pissed off because this is affecting our children. They was all dancing. Then in church, they doing the spiritual dancing.
Sure.
I got a problem with that. But that's y'all thing. Y'all dancing. Everybody dancing. Our children failing. Frats were dancing. I'm looking at all this line. Everybody dancing.
Yeah.
They dancing. Everybody dancing.
Yeah.
And I went off with the politicians. They was dancing.
Oh my.
Man, everybody celebrate. Ain't no time to celebrate.
Yeah. Well, James said that. He said, y'all ought to be mourning and weeping. You know, absolutely, it should be turned into that. When in the state that we're in right now, even though we're blessed and we're grateful to be here,
we are.
but you got to use your blessings to do something,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, like you're blessed, but what are you going to do with it? You know, if I'm blessed, I'm supposed to be a blessing. Abraham
To
in
somebody.
Genesis, Genesis 12th chapter, God says, Abraham, I want you to leave your country. I want you to leave your father. I want you to leave all of your folks. You got to go. Leave your culture. I'm going to take you to land. You're not picking the land. I picked the land, but I'm going to take you. He said, everybody that bless you, I'll bless them. Everybody that curse you, I curse you. And then he said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bless you so much. It's going to be so intense that you'll be every people in the nation or in the world will be blessed because of you. So God has never intended for us not to.
Who God said this to?
Abram.
Who was that again?
Abram. Genesis 12. Yes, Abraham. You know when you kid father Abraham. Yeah, okay, it's Abraham.
I said Abraham.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Well, I gotta tell the truth, Pastor.
Okay. Let me put on my seatbelt here. I can handle it though. Go ahead.
Well, I did in college. I did cheat religion. Now I went to a Lutheran college now, and I love going to Midland Lutheran because I learned about Martin Luther.
Sure.
Martin Luther,
Yeah, man.
Martin,
500 years now, you know, right?
Yeah, Martin Luther's a bad dude.
He's a bad boy, man.
And then my last name is King.
Right.
So, but I didn't want to get indoctrinated no longer with the European side of God per se.
Yeah, sure.
Or even American history. I just got tired of it.
Sure.
Because I wanted to learn something about us.
Yeah.
And so so since then I just been kind of just self-learning, self-reading.
Yeah.
I respect religions. I just try to be more spiritual because if it's true that the devil came down from an angel and he got dominion, then that means he probably created the different religions in order to keep us separated and fighting each other. And the Christians, the Jews, the Muslims create and Hindus, they create all the nuclear weapons on earth. And they got it pointed at every other country and behind God. But I don't know if God will make no nuclear weapons. Would you think God will make a nuclear weapon? But all these religions, they taunt America. We're Christians and over there the Jews they got their weapons, and over at Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Russia, India, they got all these religions want to kill us. For real. And so I said, well, dang. I said, well, God, what's going on? God, I said, God, we need some help down here, because for real. So when I pray to God, I pray for yeses.
Yeah.
I don't ask for no money from God at all.
Yeah.
I just pray for a yes.
Sure.
And then I ask God for ammunition. I don't ask for no bullets or no gun. I just ask him for ammunition. So whatever I need for that day, if I need a yes or if I need a no that day,
sure.
So I won't hook up with the wrong organization or wrong people.
Yeah.
So that's the only way I could guide my way through this.
Yeah.
This road of a tragedy.
Okay, so in Genesis, you remember Cain and Abel. You know the story about Cain and Abel. Cain kills his own brother, right? He picks up a club or he picks up something in the field. He strikes his brother. Striking him wasn't enough. He needed to see the blood, so he struck him hard enough to kill his own brother. Now, what's interesting is that God speaks to Cain, and he says, Cain, first of all, what's wrong with your mug? Your mug is following your heart. Why your mug so jacked up? I'm just paraphrasing. You're like, what's going on? Your face is droopy. You're dropped. Don't you know that if you would do what is right, if you would give the way that is necessary for your own soul, because the soul is created to give. The soul is not created. It's not a vacuum that just take and take and take. That's the result of sin. The soul is created to give. He tells even Adam, said, Adam, here's the deal. When, I'm giving you all this dominion, but I'm giving it to you so you can do something with it. You cultivate, you multiply, you take care, you become the manager of everything here. It's all yours. Everything is yours. But the garden now is the prototype of what the earth will be if you would do your part. So you have this beautiful garden where God places them. God is the one that planted the garden. It's absolutely stunning. And he says, okay, here's the deal. I'm going to give you power. I'm going to give you dominion. You cultivate, you make, you do, on and on. He brought the animals to him, and Adam named all the animals, man, all of them. And God didn't rebuke him, said, that ain't no elephant, that's a giraffe. Whatever he named them, that's what it was. God was cool with it. Then, of course, he has his first son, Cain, after the fall, after they had sinned. He had Cain, and then they had a brother. There's some theologians that believe that they were twins, but that's not really what's important. The idea is that Cain killed his own brother. There was nobody else doing. There was no stranger. He killed his own brother. So that response to sin, and that sin in itself is still real today, where people are killing their own brother.
Yeah, for real.
In the name of, because remember now, Cain is trying to get rid of Abel because Abel is approved. I want you to hear that. Abel is approved. You get it?
Okay.
God has approved Abel because Abel gave everything with his whole heart. You know, he gave God his best.
Right.
So is it any wonder today, and why should we be so shocked at seeing the Holocaust? Or why are we so shocked to see a Hitler? Why are we so shocked to see men that are killing people just the way Cain killed his own brother? That doesn't change. It's a cruel reality, but nonetheless, that's what sin does. Sin turns you against your own. And unfortunately, even in our communities, whether it is black or white, because I've been in all of them, whether it is black or white or Hispanic, you still have the same problem. And the problem is, the Bible said it's sin, then it's death. So that's why the thing when it comes to, it's lust, sin, and death, we call it LSD. People were strung out on LSD a long time ago. Lust, sin, and death, long time ago. Why? Jesus, because Jesus didn't just die. You know, he was murdered. It was, I mean, it would have been nice if they would have, I mean, it would have at least been human if they would have just put him on the cross and called it the day. No. They had to beat him, and they had to yank his beard out by the roots. They beat him so bad that when the cat o' nine tails went around his rib and they yanked it back, it exposed the bone in his rib. They beat him unmercifully. So they hated him that much. Why? You're already going to kill him. So why beat him like that? So sin has the same pattern, that it brings death along with it. Well, a Christian, the pattern of Christianity should be that we don't just talk Jesus. We bring the love of Jesus to the problem. That's the key. So when I hear people even claim to be Christians and stuff like that, you have to take them one-on-one. Everybody that has the name doesn't mean that's who they're following, right?
Right.
So it's one-on-one. So there's a lot going on, but I do believe that believers they do have the answer. Just, can we get together? Do we have to keep throwing denomination? Do we have to keep just being strung out on culture? Is it always a black and a white thing? When will it be a Jesus thing enough to where that we are coming to the table to say his love is what covers you? That's the key to me.
Yeah, because if we continue to be divided, to me, that's the tool. That's the tool of the devil.
Yeah, sure.
And the devil wins, and that's why I'm Revenue Hope now. They birth y'all. It's y'all fault. I was a Revenue Hope before then, but now since y'all want to be a top, but now I've yielded, got the top bishop in the room. Sometimes you gotta know when to yield.
Oh man.
So you're gonna be where tonight?
We'll be there at Tabernacle of Faith.
Starting what time tonight?
Well, we start prayer at 7 tonight. And then
y'all gonna pray for 2 hours?
No. We're gonna pray at
well, hey,
not that it would hurt anything.
Yeah, we do need some prayer, y'all. Mayor and everybody, come on now. Come on, city council.
I'd love to have anybody.
The other county commissioners, yes, y'all.
Yeah, and we'll be there tonight, and then on tomorrow, and then Wednesday night. Which I love Omaha. Always loved Omaha since I was very young. When we would come and preach, when the late pastor and elder John Mitchell, which is Junior's father, and Tel and Mona, and of course First Lady Mitchell. He's a great man. He was a no play guy. He was like real. If you don't want to know, don't ask, because he will take you there for real, like the Staple Singers. He's going to take you there. Oh, I wasn't supposed to know anything about the Staple Singers, but anyway, like the Staple Singers. But it was just amazing back then. But when we had revival, I mean, people were healed and delivered, and it wasn't the clash of it. Just, I don't know. It's heartbreaking to see some of the constant, riding each other and fighting each other. I don't understand that. I don't get it. From the pulpit, even you have that. But I don't want to do that,
because I just went to. I respect our religions, and I love Minister Cherry out of the East Coast, because he does some sort of, you guys. They actually built a school.
Yeah,
I just respect that for churches that build schools, or even build daycare so that young people
Yes.
can have the capacity to
Yes.
learn. To me, that is so necessary. It's so necessary.
It is
If we're gonna
necessary.
change its dynamics, especially during the pandemic, only the churches, some of the churches, well, no, the churches closed.
Yeah.
Churches closed. Daycares only one stayed open.
Yeah.
Well, there's a few churches that stay open, and they almost got arrested for staying open.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. You were one? Almost got arrested?
So it's,
Yeah.
there's a few churches that actually stayed open, and they got ridiculed because they actually believe in God.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, we
And
went
so
through that,
yeah,
sure.
so we stayed open. We didn't shut our doors. We brought the health department. We stayed open because I work for God for real. And if I get sick, I know God he gonna be all right. And so, but I'm still here, and we just gotta be proactive, y'all, especially if we made it through this far.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So tonight at 7:00, Tabernacle of Faith, 20th, was it 24th and 4th?
24.
2404 4th Street, round the corner. You can't miss it. It used to be back in the day, it used to be Hinky Dinky, I think. Way back in the day.
I remember that.
Yeah. And they got an indoor track. So if you want to run,
Service starts at 7:30.
Yeah.
Prayers at 7.
Yeah, so no, the other bishop, you can probably have you running by 8 o'clock.
Well, you need to stop by and check it out. And let's see. Bring your tennis shoes. You got them. Bring your shoes. We'll put them to use.
You know what? I'm gonna slide by. I'm gonna slide by. I need when since I got back from Memphis and my cousin, I didn't know how big he was in the Koji church in
Yeah,
Memphis.
great church.
I mean, he was huge. I didn't know the work that he put in, because he was so humble when he was around the family.
I love it.
And for the last 2 years, we've been doing a Zoom call with all my first cousins around the country. And I encourage you guys, get to know your family around the country, y'all. And so when he passed, I didn't feel like I had a void, because I got a chance to talk to him and crack jokes. I said, Pastor, I got to tell a secular conversation right now. I crack on, and but he was so humble. So I never know he was that big in Memphis.
Yeah,
and when he died, he had a Martin Luther King funeral. We shut it down.
That's
and
amazing.
then I could see why I'm like I am. I'm like a little him.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same work that he did.
But you're driven.
Yeah, and it's so ironic how blood is.
Yeah.
So even though we're 5 states away from it, we're doing the same work.
The seed of culture. Absolutely. At Church of God in Christ is probably one of the greatest, and I've said this over and over and over again. The talent, the gifting, and there's a difference between talent and gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody have gifts, but everybody has talents. Let me put it this way. Not everybody's gift is where their talent is.
Mm-hmm.
But every now and then you get a chance to see the merging of both. It's an extremely gifted and talented church. And the respect that I have, that's where I got my roots. That's where I was born there. My mom, my grandmother, she was a daughter of a slave, born in 1897. So my grandmother, she saw somebody raised from the dead when she was 12 years old in the early 1900s. And then, of course, you're dealing with, Bishop Mason and et cetera, which came in and really took the Church of God in Christ to a whole different level, because he was the father. So there's a lot of roots in my heart, and culturally, and particularly when it comes to the holiness, sanctification kind of thing, because there is a difference. It's not a difference because I make the difference. It's a difference because of the life of Jesus, right? It doesn't matter if it's the name, wherever you are, whatever denomination you're in. But I appreciate what God taught me through those years as a kid, that you don't shake them off. Those meetings, and you got this thing to where you want to see neighborhoods changed, and you want to see people cultivating. I heard you on the radio make a statement that you were going to have your own garden by the end of the year or something like that. Yeah. And see, we came from that, right? I mean, we were in the backyard, there was greens, there was watermelons, there was chickens. We came from that. I'm living in the city of San Bernardino, right? But my grandma had half an acre, and she came from South, so she didn't know no other way. So you ate healthy, and you know what I mean. So today they done sold the gardens for condominiums.
Right.
They done traded them up, and now you got condominiums, and you don't have no garden. The kids don't even know how to do that. My son in Shreveport, Louisiana, my son and daughter there, Bishop Sean and Teresa Cooper, they have a program that teaches kids on how to make their own garden, and some of these kids don't know what to do. But it's been a blessing to them because
without
they
doubt.
change things, you know.
Without doubt, they pay worms anyway, so you might as well. You might as well. They fish, and kids are they like to explore.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
and they like to get dirty, and they like to take baths too. So you might as well. But I'm seriously, because there's a food search. There's going to be a food shortage. I believe that. I always test the Bible, because the only way to test it, my lab for theology is actually testing what's written. And when Arby's don't have no turkey, something going on, y'all.
Arby's
don't have no turkey.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they out of stock. So
stop messing around.
They're serious. Come on, man. I try to eat healthy, God. And now they're taking turkey from me.
So the turkey machine is gone.
No, you know how to make the sandwiches at Arby's. Y'all got Arby's?
Oh yeah, we got Arby's.
Okay. So I mean, but I don't like roast beef. I don't like I like a nice.
Use a simple man.
A nice
turkey
sandwich. And they don't have no turkey, man.
Oh man.
Oh man.
You're
serious?
serious?
The whole city. I gotta go halfway up to I-29 to get some turkey up in Iowa. For real. So God telling me, God speak through Arby's. We gotta start. We gotta grow up for real.
Yeah, I agree with the growing. We need to get into the growing. Yeah.
Do you work out? You stay. Well, what do you do to stay healthy?
Well, I travel so much. Whatever I do has to be in my hotel room, or if we do have a recording studio, and it's an amazing recording studio.
Like music?
We have the whole SSL, the outboard gear, and we do our best to try to encourage young kids. I actually will give them free time to come in just to get their attention, grab their attention, and then help get them to talk, basically. But like the same guy that his name is Gary Starr. He's the guy that built Dr. Dre's studio.
Okay.
And so he's came in and tuned our room. He's the one that pulled him and Mark Palladino. He's the one that did. I know some of the church people ain't gonna like that. He's the one that did Straight Outta Compton at Easy and all those cats.
Okay.
He's used the studio drums from Los Angeles for a new artist. His name is Noah, who's actually country and western. It went total different. Went from that to country. So I've been witnessing to him and talking to him about the Lord. Dear friend of mine, love them both. Love Gary. Bruce Mallet. They call him the desk doctor. He is probably one of the best techs in the world for SSL, and he installed it. Gary was the one that came in and checked it out first, and then Bruce installed it. So it's a major studio. It's a great studio. But I use anything and everything just to have a conversation about life, about God, about truth, right? I don't do the religious thing. I'm not saying I'm not a believer. I'm a straight up believer. Everything about me centers around that. But I want to talk to people. I don't want to just preach at them, yell at them, scream at them, and grab my ear and grab a tune. I want to talk to them. I want to communicate. I want to be a better communicator than I am anything. If you don't communicate, I mean, what's the point, right? So I'd like even being here with you. It's an honor to be with you. Just so we can talk and hang out and step on each other's feet.
Right. I appreciate that.
I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
So, in these last days, you said lean on God. That's the only thing we could do.
Yes, sir.
Make it through this time. Right?
We have to. I mean, we have to. There's no other way. And I'm not talking religion.
Right.
Because religion is man's way to God. Jesus was God's way to man. So we're not talking religion. People come up with all kind of ideas and philosophical ideologies about God and this. And I'm going, man, either they don't know the history of the Bible, and I'm not talking about translation, because most people don't know that what they have in their hands is a translation of the Bible. They don't have the Bible. They have a translation of the Bible. So there are certain translations that are sharper than other translations. And so that's what we really we break down to get exegetically. We want the sharpest translation that we can get.
Okay.
And so
what book do you use?
Right now I'm using it. Well, there's several that I'm using. I use a transliteration, and I use a translation, a transliteration, because the Greek is the New Testament. The Old Testament is mostly Hebrew. There's some passages that you will find an Aramaic word in it or Latin word because they can't find a word to give that definition. But yeah, definitely I love word study and particularly with the New Testament. It's incredible. Kyle and Delsk are probably the two best commentators and theologians of Hebrew, and they were German Jews that became Christians. That's for the Old Testament.
So you don't use it to King James then?
I'm not against the King James. I just think wherever it needs to have a sharper translation exegetically, because remember that's 1611.
Okay, exegetically.
Okay, that's a critical study of a passage.
Okay,
there's eisegesis and there's exegetical.
Okay, I like that. I like smart people. We had 2 days in a row.
I don't know if I'm smart, but I mean, exegetical is, and this is one of the problems when you start dealing with eisegetical ideologies, is that they look in the passage and they read what they think is in the pack. In other words, they give their own interpretation. Exegetical is a critical study of the passage. Every word, everything in that passage is critical. And so, oftentimes we just want to hear people preach the same old thing. For instance, delight yourself in the Lord. The Old Testament, delight yourself in the Lord. He'll give you the desires of your heart. So you see the word delight in our head. It's like, just be pleasurable. Hallelujah. But that's not what it means. The word actually means to be pliable. Be pliable to God. He'll give you the desires of your heart. There has to be a heart that is pliable to his precepts, his concepts, and his word and his truth. And then he'll give you the desires. So God alters our heart so we can have a heart that he can support.
Okay, great. I like that. I do call the Bible children books. I call them children books.
I think sometimes we have just a little hear a word or something than we do just a 20-minute, because it breaks it down to our minds. We can add things and expect, So I like keeping it simple. I do.
All right. Well, the Bishop Hooks will be at Tackle of Faith tonight, 404 4th Street tonight at 7 o'clock. He'll be there tonight, Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, yes, sir.
If you need a blessing, this certified God of that. Oh yeah, if you need a blessing,
yes, sir.
If you want to have it,
that's why I'm looking for. I'm looking for you tonight.
I need one. Because when I saw this weekend, we need some more. The Bishop Farrakhan teaches that we can no hard. And so tomorrow we call it all. I mean, how you come back tomorrow?
I'll be here.
We call it Tell the Truth Tuesday. See
what?
Yeah,
that's down my road. I'll be there.
It's tough. I ain't want to gossip. You ain't heard it yet. But we tell the truth. I gotta tell the truth. What I saw this weekend is man, we got a men relationship, man, for real. Because let me see, I think it went dark. Yeah, but that's all right. Yeah, we can turn it off and turn it back on. Not technology is sometimes. Oh, it's the charge, it's the battery. But that's all right. Y'all can hear our voice. But men, we got a men relationship because our women are doing men things.
Yeah. You're gonna talk about that tomorrow?
Yeah.
No, you're not. You gonna talk about that tomorrow?
Yeah, for real. Because when women be messing with other and they marry, they you usually see the men doing that often. Well, but a lot of my fellas that I hang around, they don't participate in that.
Yeah,
they actually love their families. Sure. And so now a few of us, we. But if we're 5,000 miles away, we can have many wives, or certain areas of the world, we can have many husbands. Right. And so I'm not saying who's right, who's wrong, but
okay. Actually, but that's what you're talking about tomorrow.
Yeah, I want to talk about that tomorrow because man, we gotta save the family. Yeah. And if the women are destroyed, we can't let our women be destroyed, and we can't allow them to behave like men. Period.
Well, the thing of it is, so when you start talking about it's not okay. So this is deep. You know it is deep, right?
Oh yeah.
Biblically, it's deep because what has happened. I feel like when people don't, when a person doesn't know. If they can't define something, they can only abuse it. And men have not been able to define, many men don't define having a wife, and they end up abusing her. Who is she? You know, the Bible says when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing, he obtains favor. There's a favor that is divine that comes from God when a man finds that wife. There's a favor he don't get. It's sad that people want to live a family life without understanding that principle.
Right.
And so when they abuse, man, you can't be no wife abuser. You know, I mean, that's
well, without doubt. You know, I stop brothers from raping a woman, so I do it for real. And so that's why I was looking behind my back, Pastor, because you know the world, you can expect other people to lie, cheat, steal, even plot to kill you.
Sure.
And when you're a truth teller, you're always, to me, you're always
you're a threat to a lie,
without doubt.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna bring the pastor back. He's gonna be back tomorrow.
Yeah,
we'll have a revival on
Thank
here.
you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
We're gonna have revival air because we are a research radio station, and I really want to get close to God. I'm trying to find God for real. And so this brother, it's like he's closer to God. He's like real close to God because he's doing a lot of stuff with God. We do got school and everything, educating the children, develop a conduit, opportunity for the next generation. I think that's what Jesus God will be doing. For real. I mean that I don't know what else would Jesus God be doing. They be developing conduits, opportunities for the next generation. And if we're not doing that, y'all, we need to check ourselves. We're gonna bring it back to the pastor, the bishop. We're gonna call him Pope. We're gonna get. we're gonna get.
Pastor's cool with me.
We're gonna give him a promotion. So, no, we're gonna have him come back tomorrow. I know we're gonna have some other guests, but we're gonna have him come back around 9, so we won't have to interfere with anyone else. And so we'll extend the show tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get an extended battery or something, so you guys can still see it. I know you guys can hear us, guys, so you're still with us. But make sure you guys go to OmahaEconomicRecovery.com. We're gonna talk about more of that money tomorrow, without a doubt. Pat Bishop, sorry for calling you Pastor.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm good.
Again, tonight, 7:00. I'm gonna remind you guys again to show up tonight, 7:00. Tabernacle of Faith, 2404 Ames Avenue, 4th Street. It starts at 7 p.m. All right, boss with us.
Blessing.
Are you stressed over household bills each month? Partner with Heart Ministry Center and get on the road to self-sufficiency. Come to our orientation to learn about budgeting, debt management, and other helpful resources. Our Away Forward orientation is held every Wednesday from noon to 1:00 p.m. at Heart Ministry Center. No appointment necessary. Find out more at heartministrycenter.org. We believe in dignity for all.
Heart Ministry Center is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7, The Boss.
Heart Ministry Center provides food, healthcare, and a way forward to families in Omaha experiencing poverty. You can make the holiday season brighter for your neighbors in need by donating today at heartministrycenter.org or by calling 402-451-2321. Thank you for your generous support.
Heart Ministry Center is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7, The Boss.
Does your body not feel the way it should? Are you startled by pain or loss of breath? Are there